Why, hello, you lovely little peppercorns. My name's Noa Lee, and welcome to not a retro game hopping afternoon, but a Demon Souls afternoon, because that's what I felt like playing this week. I just didn't feel like retro game hopping. I've been playing, well, I was playing Sekiro a few weeks ago, and then I was been playing through Elden Ring last week, and I'm like, yeah, I could play one of them on stream, but why not start with the OG, the original, the one that started it all, Demon Souls, especially since I haven't played it in like 4 years, which is a long time for me to not play a Souls game, which is, this being my favorite series of games ever. So I might be a little rusty, but that's okay. We're gonna work with it. Thankfully, Demon Souls is probably the easiest in the series, although it also tends to have some of the most bullshit moments, but that's why it's a great game. So without further ado, let's get started with some Demon Souls with this awesome intro here. The Sunder came for the ha 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 Tower Knight OST. Class. There's a lot of ha's and a lot of chanting in this game, I gotta say. Like the intro right here. I'll probably skip the intro here in a second, but this intro never fails to get me pumped for this game. Rusty Noah Bay! Ah, Rusty Noah Bay. I see what you did there, Wakos. I got my eye on you. How you doing this week, brother? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. I'm playing one of my favorite games of all time. And like I said, I haven't played it in like 4 years, so who cares? Or who cares? So I care. I was kind of holding out for like the remake this whole time, but I still have a PS5. I've owned a copy of the remake for a long time now, it seems. 2 years, however long the PS5's been out. Oh, my controller cord's all fucky. Hold on. There we go. Oh man, the trumpet's in the seat. Yeah, we better not skip this. It's almost over anyway, so. I know, this game just has an atmosphere and a feel to it unlike any other game, even within its own series. Yeah, and the Dragon God is so cool. So fun fact, I was actually going to play this on PS3. This is running in emulation on my Steam Deck right now, and I'm so glad I got that working because I had forgotten something about the PS3 that prevented me from streaming off of the PS3 today until I went to set up for streaming. And that's that it has hardware HDMI protection on it, so you can't use it with capture cards. So when I plugged it in with to my capture card so I could like stream on my PS3, it's like copyrighted material detected, can't stream. And oh, we're not gonna play GG. This is my test thing to make sure it was actually running. We're gonna start a new profile in a second here. After, why is my ding not working here? No profile data found. No shit. Let's do that. Why can't I select? Uh-oh. I'm already having technical difficulties. What the hell? It's not selecting, letting me... Oh, there we go. Weird. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the PS3, I forgot, had hardware HDMI protection on it, so yeah, that's a thing. I'm probably going to go with a strength build here because I'm a filthy casual at the moment. We'll just go with default appearance. I don't really care. Oh, right. Player's name is going to be... Is a PS5 even worth it at this point? all the games get ported to PC. Yeah, no doubt. Also, hi Jim. How you doing this week? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. And one reason I haven't gotten a PS5, I could get one now because they're readily available these days. Finally, well, maybe not readily available, but they're available enough. How do I? Oop. There we go. That's what I want. Let's go with. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Colin? One of my friends has been trying to find a copy of this game in the wild for a bit, and they'll probably be looking for a while because while this game isn't very expensive, it is getting hard to come by these days. Let's go with RTG. I don't know what that stands for, but it feels good to me. So we're gonna go. Her name's RTG. Well, maybe we'll come up with what that means later on. Damn, I had technical difficulties on my bingo quick recovery. Nice. Yeah, so the stupid PS3, I forgot, had the HDMI hardware protection, so I couldn't stream off the PS3. So we're streaming off emulation. Probably gonna be some graphical glitches. So hopefully they aren't too bad, but we're gonna make it work. We're just gonna end up skipping this. That's okay. Some PS3 emulation got bugged, like Jak and Daxter 2 on PS3, but if you hard save, it crashes, so autosave only until you want to stop playing. Oof. From what I've seen, it seems like Demon's Souls runs pretty well in emulation. The test file I was playing earlier today when I was making sure this worked, all I noticed were the occasional graphical glitches and some pop-in, but nothing game breaking. So I think we'll be fine, hopefully, because I can't play this on PS3. I remember that annoying me back in the day when PS3 was like a new system, and I was, you know, a budding game journalist / game critic and had to capture footage. Oh, I gotta fix that fatty roll. Jesus. Don't need that. It's my... What is... that might do it. Nope, still fatty rolling. Let's just take off. There we go. We don't need armor. Rotary Tiger Girl. I like it. There we go. I like it. Rotary Tiger Girl. Let's do it. Also, one thing that people don't know about this game that I always forget is if you hold the X button for a while, that's where your gesture menu is. For the longest time, I just assumed this game didn't have gestures. And then I must have, like, held the X button too long one day and found out about it. Oh yeah, so in the corner, I think you saw the emulator said something about shader compiling. I haven't figured out how to disable that yet. Oops. Maybe I should turn the brightness up. It looks a little dark. Brightness? Brightness. There we go. That's better. Looked fine on my end, but then I looked at what you guys are seeing, and it's quite dark. That should be a lot better, though. Alright. Back at it. Backstabbing. Of course, I had to look up who did the fun retro music to Cocaine Bear? You better believe it's Jack Crash Bandicoot's Devo's own Mark Mothersbaugh? What? What is Cocaine Bear? I don't know if I'm familiar with this. Unless you're referencing a game that I'm just not getting the joke. That's probably what it is. Mark Mothersbaugh has done a lot of, like, random stuff. Wait, Mark Mothersbaugh had stuff to do with Jak and Daxter? Or Jak and Crash? Jak and Crash? Jak and Daxter Crash Bandicoot? I didn't know that. Cocaine Bear looks fun. I watched Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey last week and it was garbage. Oh, yeah, I think everybody expected that to be garbage. Backstabs in this game are so incredibly easy compared to later games in the series. It's like the best way to win in this. So is Cocaine Bear like another like Winnie the Pooh thing because Pooh's in the public domain? Is that what I'm hearing? Oop. I hit triangle to select that because I've been playing Elden Ring and triangle is the activate button in that. I might do that a lot. Thankfully in this game all it does is swap between one-handed and two-handed. Yup. Backstab. Yep, even though I haven't played this game in like 4 years, other than the 5 minutes I played earlier to make sure the emulator was working. It's like riding a bike, just comes right back to you. See if I can get a... Yeah, I was just gonna say, let's see if I can get a parry. Let's test that bike riding ability out. There we go. Get wrecked. God, I love this game. What are you gonna do again? Ow, I messed that one up. Can I kick? Oh, yeah. There's no kick in this one. That was something they added in Dark Souls. Right. I also don't think... I don't think there's a jump in this one either. Sure ain't. Okay, that's also something they added in Dark Souls. Gotcha. This game simultaneously feels primitive compared to the later games, and also just like, I don't know, like it holds up so well. It's weird. I'm okay with that. Cocaine Bear is a new movie based on a true story from the 80s about a bear that does cocaine and kills people. This is a true story? What? That sounds great. I will have to look into that. Is it like a documentary, or is it like just like a dramatization of, or I guess you said based on a true story. That usually means that it's a scripted movie. Love those ragdoll physics. Ah, yes. The game that the president of Sony notoriously said was the worst game he had ever played. And has gone down in history as being one of the most important games ever made. I love when stuff like that happens. He did the music to Crash 1 through 3 and Crash Team Racing, and the music to at least Jack 2. Wow, I didn't know that. So is that why they ended up with Stuart Copeland for the first 4 Spyro games? Because they're like, well, Naughty Dog got Mark Mothersbaugh from Devo, so we gotta get, I don't know, Stuart Copeland from The Police or something. Let's kick some ass here. Hello, Vanguard. An easy boss that they cranked up the health for because they expect you to die here. Not really a scripted boss, but why am I... Oh, I keep doing a shield break accidentally instead of attacking. That's interesting. This is pretty much if you get hit, you're dead, but... Which might happen. I have been known to fuck this up from time to time. But his moveset's... I've pretty much got down at this point. This is only like the 15th or 20th time I've played through this game, so... The hardest part of this is the camera. Because it can mess you up. Doop, doop. Doop, doop, doop. Like there, camera, jeez. Or when he backs into the wall like he just did, I had to lure him out. But we got him. There we go. You should obtain a demon soul. That also kind of breaks the game because you get a whole bunch of high-level items if you manage to beat him before, or beat him right there instead of later in the game. The boss music, at least for Vanguard, sounds like music from the early Friday the 13th movies. You know, I hadn't thought of that, but you're right. It does kind of have a similar, like, dark synthy... Well, not really synthy, but... I don't know. Yeah, it kind of has like a dark 80s horror vibe to it. I tried to jump over that because I've been playing Elden Ring. There's no jump in this game. And thankfully, there's only like 2 ladders in this entire game because you move like at a snail's pace when you climb a ladder. Hello, 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 how you doing, Tanish? Sorry we're not retro game hopping this week. I just wasn't feeling it today. I've been in a Souls mood. And I set my controller down during the cutscene and it all vibrated off the desk again. I love how you just walk out there and the dragon god just punches you to death. Ah, yes. Yeah, what else has Mark Mothersbaugh done too? Because he did like he's done a lot of film soundtracks too, I believe. Although I'm struggling to think of any movies he's done, but I know he's done film soundtracks. So the world might be mended. I'm so glad this is running well in an emulator because we wouldn't have been able to play today because of the PS3 thing. I don't know what it was about that era, like, I don't know, something about like 2006 to like 2014, it seemed like game companies were like really adamant about you not being able to record gameplay and share it online and stuff like that, which is funny because nowadays, like, it's encouraged as a way to like promote the game, and there's such a big culture around like let's plays and streams and stuff like that now. But just like 10 years ago, it was no, we own the rights to all this. Now Nintendo's the only one like that. I wonder if I can emulate this well on my PC. I'm running this on my Steam Deck right now, and it's running pretty well. Few graphical issues, but not too bad. So if your specs are better than the Steam Deck or about the same, should be good.
Well, you slipped through the fissure too, did you?
You slipped through the fissure too, did you?
Came for demon souls? Or to save this land and be remembered as a hero?
Yeah, and emulation's about the best way to play the original version of Demon Souls, unfortunately, because they didn't make a lot of copies of it because it sold so poorly.
To this accursed Boletaria.
Thankfully, it came to the West at all because it was critically panned in... Oh, there's a graphical glitch. My character just disappeared for a second. Hello, Stockpile Thomas. Hey, what's up, Live Coil? And even Nintendo has backed off a bit. The content creator program dissolved some time ago, I believe. Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. And Nintendo had their whole content creator program. It's like, you can make a Let's Play, and we'll take 30% of everything you earn on it because we're Nintendo and we own gameplay that you yourself got. And
I would be happy to.
It's such bullshit. Such a Nintendo move, too. I figured they didn't have that anymore, but it did not surprise. Oh, right. I got to be careful with my inventory because there is a weight limit. You can only carry so much in this game, which thank God they changed that in Dark Souls. I'm not going to use the spear. I'll stick with the broadsword for now. I'll keep the armor because I might be able to wear that later. All right, let's go to Boletaria Palace. And yeah, this game has, like, some of the best, like, speaking of glitches, got a favorite glitch. Ooh, I'm going to have to think on that while I tell the story of Demon Souls here. Yeah, I got to think on that. So yeah, the story behind this game goes, I don't know how common knowledge this is, so if you've heard this before, I apologize for treading old territory, but I love how he's just got, like 8 dead bodies just hanging out of his mouth. That's such a great idea. There's just so many little winks and nods to the player in this game. Anyway, so the story goes that From Software, now the greatest game developer of all time, was making this game and also another game called Ninja Blade at the same time as this, and everybody at From Software thought that Ninja Blade was going to be like, it kind of went to their A team on From Software, and like the B team was working on this weird game called Demon Souls, because Ninja Blade was like this, it's kind of like, I've never played it, but it seems like it's kind of like Azura's Wrath, which is like, you know, it's a long quick time, it's nothing but quick time events, or because those were really popular then. We had like Heavy Rain and Azura's Wrath and this game called Ninja Blade, which they were working on. So like their entire budget and all their like best developers went to this game called Ninja Blade, and the developers for Demon Souls just kind of did whatever the hell they wanted because they didn't really have any direction. They just threw every idea at the wall and stuff like that. And then eventually, like, the director said this game's gonna fail and he didn't want to put his name on it, so he like backed out, and so they basically said, who wants to be the lead creative director for this weird game that's probably gonna suck because it's been in development hell forever. And nobody took the job except our boy, now famous Hidetaki Miyazaki, who was an accountant for From Software, didn't even work directly on games, said, I'll do it. And they only gave him the job because he was the only one that applied. And then he ended up turning the game around completely. And like I said earlier, Shuhei Yoshida, the president of Sony, played this game like when it was nearing completion and said, if the game wasn't almost done, I'd cancel it right now because this is the worst game I've ever played. And then he was kind of proven right when it released in Japan because Japanese critics hated it and nobody bought it. And then for some reason, somebody at Atlas thought it would be a great idea to publish it in the US. And they did, and for some reason it took off in the United States, and that's how we ended up with the entirety of the Souls series, which is now one of the best-selling franchises of all time. It's a great story. I love it so much. It warms my heart. I think he did the banger, the Rugrats theme? Really? Oh, and like every Wes Anderson film. Okay, well that makes sense. I could see that. I do like me some Wes Anderson films. It's a director I've gotten into quite a bit in recent years. Wait, Wes Anderson is the Grand Budapest Hotel, right? I always get him in... Yeah, that's Wes Anderson. I always get him in another... Whoever the director of There Will Be Blood is. I can't think of his name right now. Paul Thomas Anderson. I always get those two mixed up. Yes, Wes Anderson. Strange but good story. It is a strange but good story. For a strange but good game. I mean... Oh, there's a graphical glitch. Oh, I'm about to die. I should probably back up and heal. Very little with my tasty grass. I love that your healing items are grass in this game. Yeah, they definitely, you know, improved a lot between this and Dark Souls. Like, Dark Souls is obviously the better game, but I don't know, there's just so much charm to this game, and I feel like the remake just doesn't do this game justice, as I've said plenty of times in the past. I guess us Birkins love us games in fantasy medieval times where you get kicked in the balls repeatedly. Exactly! We do. Well, and there's another thing there, so part of the reason... it's unclear, like, how much of this game was done before Miyazaki, like, got on board and took creative direction, but clearly not much of it, because Miyazaki pretty much rewrote all the lore and, you know, everything about this game, story and its world and all that stuff. So clearly none of that stuff was really done. It was mostly just like the main engine, and like they had player models and stuff like that that were repurposed to fit his vision. But in an interview, Miyazaki said that he used to read like Western fairy tales and like medieval fantasy when he was a kid, but he could only find those sorts of stories in English, and he doesn't speak English very well, and he never has. So, as a kid reading like stories, get out of there. As a kid reading stories in English, he had to sort of fill in the blanks a lot. Like he'd read a section and he'd understand it, but then like the next damn it. But then like the next section he wouldn't understand at all, so he'd have to just like fill it in with his imagination, and that's kind of what this game feels like. You know, it's just like the mind of somebody who like is familiar with like medieval lore and fantasy stories, but also not at the same time. Paul Thomas Anderson, yeah. Also a good director, but I don't like him as much as Wes Anderson. I really like There Will Be Blood, but the other okay, bye. The other Paul Thomas Anderson films that I've seen, like The Master, that was fine, but people talk about that like it's the greatest film ever, and I just don't get it. I've seen it twice now, and I like it, but I don't understand it. Yeah, Wes Anderson is Grand Budapest, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Bottle Rocket, Rushmore, Isle of Dogs, Brothers Darjeeling, Moonrise Kingdom. Yeah, lots of them. I have seen all of those except Bottle Rocket, I think. Oh, and Isle of Dogs. I haven't seen that yet. Darjeeling Limited is the one you're thinking of, I think. Unless it has like an alternate title I know of. That's a good movie. Like Yakuza 1, the first is flawed, but there wouldn't be sequels without the first. Yeah, absolutely. Oop, I missed a thing down there, but that's okay. Oh, I guess I'll get the thing. Ah, Bastard Sword. I might want that anyway. Actually, I do want that. Glad I went back. Although I'm probably going to get the Claymore. There's a merchant. Oh, I'm not strong enough to use that yet. Dang. What is the requirement on that? That's another thing that's weird about this game is like the symbolism. Like, I need to... Okay, there we go. I need 18 strength. So like it's got symbols that aren't displayed or aren't explained rather. So like this one symbol next to the red 18 there means strength, and you just have to sort of figure that out. Oh yeah, now I'm fatty rolling. Okay, yeah, we'll go back to the other sword. We'll go back to the broadsword. Okay. And to complete the arch, he did the music for Pee-wee's Playhouse. Holy crap, yes. Damn, I didn't know that. Mark Mothersbaugh. What a freaking beast. What? Oh, arrows. There's... Get out of my way. There we go. What else has Paul Thomas Anderson done besides There Will Be Blood and The Master? I think those are the only two I can remember seeing of his offhand. Ah, we got some half moon grass now. Speaking of which, I should probably eat some grass. And I just love how like quiet and atmospheric this game is too. That's something else I feel the remake missed the mark on, because it just added like so many audio cues to everything. Yeah, you set yourself on fire. Haha. And even though this game's like flawed, like you were saying with like Yakuza 1, it's still very playable. It definitely takes some getting used to compared to like later games in the series, but all of the Souls games take getting used to. Wasn't the remake of this just a graphical improvement and no gameplay changes? Basically, so the remake did did change a handful. So, here, let me go up here and I guess I can't really demonstrate now that I think about it. So one of the things gameplay-wise the remake did change is when you're locked on, you can only roll forward, backward, left, and right. You can't roll in 8 directions. Whereas when you're not locked on, you can roll in any direction you want. In the remake, they made it so you can change. You have omnidirectional rolling, which I understand why they did that, because that does feel outdated. It certainly is outdated, but this game's like so designed around that. Let's use a firebomb there. So designed around the 4-directional rolling when locked on that I kind of feel it breaks the game a little bit. Certainly makes it easier, which I suppose could be a good or a bad thing depending on your interpretation. I think the difficulty of this game is basically fine, except there's a handful of bullshit spots. It's, for the most part, balanced well, but yeah. That might be the only gameplay change they made, but they did a lot of audio changes, which is one of the biggest things that I'm against, I guess. So, like, when you're in soul form like this, if you listen, there's no footsteps. In the remake, they added like light footsteps to you when you're in soul form as well as in human form. So I don't know. And then they also increase the sound of your footsteps, so like you're just going chunk 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 the whole time. So it's changes like that I feel like, I don't know, they wanted to like make it feel different, I think. I just picked up a thing. Can I wear this without fatty rolling? Not really. I bet I can if I change my gloves, though. There we go. Hey, there we go. I got a weird crow dress on. Hit me with your best. I drink your milkshake. All right. I drink your milkshake. Drink it up. How's that? What a fucking great scene in that movie. I drink your milkshake. Slurp it up. So great. Phantom Thread, Boogie Nights, and Licorice Pizza. Okay. I've heard of Phantom Thread and Boogie Nights. Haven't seen them. Oh, wait, and Licorice Pizza. Wasn't that the Barbra Streisand movie? Magnolia and Inherent Vice. Okay, I haven't heard of either one of those. I might have to watch some more Paul Thomas Anderson films. He's generally considered like a really good director, right? I believe he is. And Punch Drunk Love. Okay, I have seen Punch Drunk Love. I hated that movie when I watched it. Granted, I haven't seen it in however many years, so... Am I gonna die if I go down here? I forget. Oh. I guess we'll find out, because I just fell. Oh, right. I'm always leery about fall damage in these games, because they're always different in every game. You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed. It's about the best I could do. I drink your milkshake. The first time I ever heard like the famous like last speech in There Will Be Blood, like the I am the third. I'm gonna die. Crap. I am the third revelation. I am the third revelation. Was in Wacky Game Jokes for Kids by Hot Diggity Demon. That was the first time I ever heard that, and then when I finally got around to watching that movie, I'm like, wait a minute, that's what that's from? Ow. Should probably put on the Nexio binding ring, too, now that I have it, so I can have some more health. That'd be a good idea. I didn't like Licorice Pizza, very disjointed plot, and it's kind of creepy seeing a blossoming relationship between a 15-year-old and a 25-year-old. I mean, yeah. It's a little questionable, but it's based on a true story, so I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, so I guess there's not really any other way to tell that story. Yeah, what am I doing? Oh, right, ring. Cling ring, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, not the Nexial binding, that's different. Boogie Nights also sucked. Oh, really? I thought people liked that in the movie. Maybe I'm getting that confused with a different one. Punch Drunk Love was great. Really? Okay. Well, I probably won't watch it because it doesn't seem like my kind of film. That was the one with Adam Sandler, right? I remember watching that and thinking it was trash. But I also don't remember anything about it, and I haven't seen it since it came out, and I was probably 13 when it came out, so... I was probably 13 and thought Adam Sandler was funny at the time, so that might have been part of the problem. I don't think Adam Sandler's funny anymore, but, you know, when you're 13 and... Blah. I need to watch more artistic movies, because I haven't heard of half the movies you guys are talking about. Ooh, I got an artistic movie for you that I absolutely love. The Lighthouse. Oh my god, that is one of my favorite films of all time. I mean, I'd call it an artistic film. It's shot in a 1:1 aspect ratio, and it's black and white. And it's a character piece. It's kind of an artsy-fartsy movie. But I don't care. It's great. And I got the shortcut open, but the shortcut sucks because there's like a million freaking guys up here. Let's get my... Ow. God damn, you throw stuff so slowly in this game. Eh. But on the plus side, fire bombs are actually good in this game. They kind of suck in every other game. Yeah, The Lighthouse is like this... I'd call it a cosmic horror movie almost. It doesn't really have like space or alien stuff going on, but it kind of has like that cosmic horror, like Lovecraftian vibe to it. I like that he never repeats himself, whereas Wes Anderson movies are like Dollhouse greatest hits. I think Phantom Thread is his best after There Will Be Blood. I have heard really good things about that one. I might have to check that one out. Yeah, as much as I like Wes Anderson, all his movies do have a very similar feel. And some of them I don't really want to watch again. Like Rushmore. I liked Rushmore, but I don't want to see it again. The main character was just kind of a little shit, and he's really insufferable, and Bill Murray's character is not very endearing either. It was a good movie for one viewing, but I don't think I ever want to watch it again. I've seen Fantastic Mr. Fox and The Grand Budapest Hotel probably like 3 or 4 times each, and I love them both more every time I see them. And also, brain fart. The other one you mentioned. Oh, Royal Tenenbaums. Yeah, I've seen that a few times. I really like that one too. But yeah, they all kind of have the same like upper middle class white person problems or rich white person problems sort of vibe to them. With some oh, and also The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Fantastic movie. Love that one. Hey, what's up, Raiju Wisdom? I think I missed you earlier. What'd you miss? We're playing some Demon Souls. One of my favorite games of all time. Top 7. The other 6 being the other 6 Souls games. So there are 7 of them right now. Yeah, there's 7 of them now. Cthulhu for life. Isle of Dogs. I haven't seen Isle of Dogs yet, but I really should because I love Fantastic Mr. Fox so much, and I'm a sucker for stop motion. So there's that. I absolutely love The Lighthouse. Hell yeah. Oh, God, I love The Lighthouse so much. That movie is so fucky, and I don't know. It fully convinced me that Robert Pattinson is actually, like, a phenomenal actor and not just, you know, the dipshit kid from Twilight, which everybody thought he was prior to the lighthouse, pretty much. And Willem Dafoe. You can't go wrong with Willem Dafoe. He is a treasure. Where did I die at? I totally lost my... I gotta get my shit back. If I don't die here first. I said if I don't die here first. I'll miss From Software not making Souls-likes. I mean, they're making a new Armored Core, and I consider Sekiro a Souls-like, but a lot of people don't. I think those are just the people that, you know, suck at the game and don't like getting good. Oh, I forgot about the vault! I'm glad they got rid of that in subsequent games. I just accidentally vaulted over that wall. Damn it. I mean, I guess I understand that sentiment, because I'm going to frickin' die again. Should probably switch to some better grass here so I don't die. There we go. I gotta dive more into From Software's catalog prior to Demon Souls, because I admittedly have not played very many of them. I have played basically just 3D Dot Game Heroes. Heyo, how you doing, Aiden? Welcome to the Demon Souls stream. We're playing the Demon Souls. Hey, and Romelo's here too. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this Demon Souls afternoon, where we play Demon Souls and talk about Demon Souls. I should probably go back and get my bloodstain that I forgot to pick up. I also forgot where it was. Oh, I remember where I died. Yeah, there we go. Willem Dafoe in that movie is perfection. No doubt. Willem Dafoe is like always perfection, but especially in The Lighthouse. Yup, yup. Be nice when I get a, although I'm not going to be able to wield it. I was just going to say it'd be nice when I get the Claymore, but I don't think I'm going to be strong enough to wield it. Also, how ballsy of a design choice was it to make it so like you couldn't level up until after you beat the first boss in this game? It's a pretty ballsy move, gotta say. Robert Pattinson was great, and the devil all the time too. He was playing a manipulative priest, and it was great at it. I've never heard of that one, but I am always down for. I totally believe you after seeing his performance in The Lighthouse, so I would totally be down to check that out sometime. And a manipulative priest is like one of my favorite character archetypes, so I've had several D&D campaigns over the years where somebody in my party has played a manipulative priest, and it's just always a blast. Ryan famously played in a one-off we did once a manipulative priest called Pope de Ponce, who was doing God's work. And I guess he wasn't a manipulative priest, come to think of it. He was like completely genuine, but the thing was he thought he was a cleric, but he was actually a warlock, and his patron was like trying to convince, I forget who his patron was. It was like Mask, like Lord of Deception or something. I forget D&D lore. But his patron was like playing a trick on him and making him think that his god was Lathander, and that he had like direct communication with the crying god, who's basically D&D Jesus. Oh, good times. And then there was like this spot in our campaign where like he had to roll like a D100, and if he got like 99 to 90, or if he got 99 or 100, then he could like summon his god and speak to them, and he got 99, so he was able to summon this fake ass god. At Dorian's credit, he played it off as if like he had no idea, just assumed that it was still the Thander, even though it was very clearly this demon god. Oh, I miss playing D&D. Hey, did you remember Otagi or Metal Wolf Chaos? Oh yeah, I guess I have played a little bit of Metal Wolf Chaos. Yes, I didn't know Otagi is a FromSoft game. I didn't know that. I've never played it, but I'm familiar. They've done a lot of hidden gems back in the day, and the problem with From Software's old games is not that they're bad. They're not. They're great. The problem is that they're hard to find, and they're hard to play because they weren't very popular. So, like, I've been trying to get, like, I finally got it working. I just haven't sat down and played it yet, but I wanted to play through their first game, which is the original Kingsfield, which only came out in Japan. So I bought a copy of it, a Japanese copy, and so I could play it. Obviously, region locking prevents me from doing it, but I have ways around that. But it's kind of a pain in the ass, so long story short, it's ended up sitting on my shelf collecting dust. And then I wanted to, I'm like, oh, I got the Steam Deck now, I should, you know, try to get Kingsfield going on it. And it took me forever to figure out how to, like, install the patch for it, the English patch for it. Finally got it to work, I just haven't sat down and played it yet. But yes, I definitely need to sit down and play all of From Software's games, because I'm thoroughly convinced they're the best developer of all time. They just kind of needed some direction from someone like Miyazaki to channel their awesome creativity. I need to catch up with the chat here because I'm missing a bunch. All right. All right, I'm heading into the theater to see Oscar-nominated shorts. Enjoy the stream, folks. Bye, Walkhost. Thanks for coming out. See you next time, bud. I am doing good, Aiden. How are you this week? I may have read that one. It's okay. Hey, did you ever watch X-Play in the past? Yeah, occasionally. I didn't have G4 at my parents' house. We had Dish Network, and we had to buy like their most premium package in order to get G4. So, and that was like one of the only channels we would have watched. So we never had G4. But I used to spend the night at my grandparents' house, and they had Dish Network, or DirecTV rather, and they had G4 TV. So I used to watch X-Play there occasionally.
Good day to you. Care to look over my wares?
Here's another change.
Stolen, but who's telling you?
Here's another change for the remake that they did. They like, when you talk to this guy, they like hyper zoom into him, and they make his like mouth just like, if you've ever seen like those videos of Heavy Rain where they crank the mouth movements up to like 5,000%, like that's what this guy looks like when he talks in the remake. I don't know what they were thinking. It looks awful. They should have just kept him like not moving his mouth at all, in my opinion. I don't need, I could probably use some, how much do I have? Oh, I have 13. I don't need that. Yeah. Now, you sell the Claymore, right? I believe you do. He sells a longsword. Maybe you don't. Can I wield the... I can wield the longsword. Let's get that longsword. And then... you sell the armor set I already have. Okay, cool.
Be a brave knight or depraved slave.
Be a brave knight or blah, blah, blah.
Your soul, and you'll go back.
Yeah, I remember liking X-Play because, you know, it was about the only game content you could see on TV that wasn't like bullcrap. And let's be real, most of G4 was trash. I know a lot of people have a fondness for that channel, but X-Play was good. There was another show on there that I think Jeff Keighley hosted, or he was like part of, that wasn't too bad either. I forget what it was called. Your character looks like a young Gandalf before he got his traffic cone hat. Nice. I'm watching Lord of the Rings for the first time this week, so I'm just seeing look like, because Mr. ADHD demands I do. Oh, I'm just seeing lookalikes because Mr. ADHD demands I do. Nice. You're just watching Lord of the Rings for the first time this week. Wow. What do you think, Aiden? Do you like it? I love those movies. I hate the Hobbit movies, as everybody does, but the Lord of the Rings movies are so good. I really like the books too, but I kind of feel like the movies are better because they take out a lot of the fluff that the books have, which is usually the book is like the superior way to experience a story, but I feel like the Lord of the Rings books are the lore that Tolkien was trying to convey gets in the way of the story a lot of the times. And it's also kind of, the story kind of takes a backseat to the, you know, the world building, which I guess is fine and that's interesting and stuff, but if you're just looking for like a good story with good characters and stuff, the Lord of the Rings books kind of leave a lot to be desired, and I feel like Peter Jackson and crew just knocked it out of the park in translating those. Oh shit, I thought you fell. Thankfully this game is like so much more forgiving than later games. Then again, oh, I read that. Then again, remember Otage or Metal Wolf Chaos? I liked Metal Wolf Chaos. I gotta play more of it, but Metal Wolf Chaos is a game I want to get and should get on the PS4, but need money, damn it. Yep. I'm doing okay. That's good. I'm also doing okay. I'm actually doing pretty good. I'm having a good time playing one of my favorite games and hanging out with y'all. The only FromSoft game I'd call bad is Echo Night Beyond on PS2. It has a fantastic story, ideas, characters, etc., but the actual game is a complete mess, especially the really bad backtracking. Yeah, I haven't played the Echo Night games, as we mentioned in a previous stream. They look so cool, though. My friend Matt was talking about them, and like he's kind of been interested in them too. And that's something that I kind of expect from a developer like From Software, is like a rough around the edges, but always a, you know, enjoyably deep game at the end of the day. Here's a fun little thing. Doop 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 doop. Get wrecked, everyone. That's the way to do. Ah, I still got shot with an arrow though on the way down. Dang. Don't know if I mentioned it last stream, but I got a PS2 Slim recently. Been meaning to buy another one when I gave my fat model to a friend. Any game recommendations? Oh man, we could be here all day with PS2 game recommendations. Guitar Man, obviously. Can't go wrong with Jack and Daxter, any of the games in the series, especially the first game. Ratchet and Clank, same thing. Except especially the second game, because honestly, I think the first Ratchet and Clank game might be my least favorite, at least on the PS2. It's kind of rough. Going Commando is fantastic, though. And, Okami, if you haven't played it, I mean, I'd recommend playing Okami, like an HD version of Okami instead of the PS2 version, but the PS2 version does have the objectively best credit sequence of all the versions of Okami. It had this, like, song, I think it was, I forget who sings it, but the name of the song is Reset, that plays during the final credits, only in the PS2 version because they lost the licensing rights to that song after that. And every time I've played Okami through all the way, probably like 6 or 7 times, and every time I beat the game, I feel like it's missing something because that song is missing from the credits. So there's that. If you really want to play Okami on PS2, there's a good reason to do it. Where's the dragon? Come on. There's the dragon. Derp, derp, derpy, derp, derp. Dragon? There's dragon. You need to die so I can hide over here. I think I'm safe here. I'm not safe here. Oh, fuck. I fucked up. I fucked up. Oh, I got lucky. So lucky. I'm not too into fantasy games, but oh, hold on, I'm getting attacked. Sorry, I'll come back to that comment. That was something I forgot about when I decided I was going to stream this today. I can't pause. There's no pause in this game. It's a Souls series tradition that you can't pause the game. I guess cutscenes count as pausing. Let's see. I'm not too into the fantasy genre, but they're not too bad. I'm partway through the Two Towers, haven't finished it. I had a big day yesterday, got an hour through and needed to sleep. That's fair. Are you watching the extended cuts or the theatrical cuts? I'm of the opinion, I'm in the minority on this one, I'm of the opinion the theatrical cuts are the superior versions. I know a lot of people are really fond of the director's cuts because they add like 45 minutes to an hour to each movie. But those movies are already really long, and a lot of the stuff they cut, I feel, was cut for a good reason. There are some exceptions, though. I won't say what they are because I'd end up spoiling something for Aiden, and I don't want to do that, but yeah. Turpentine. Okay, anyway, let's catch back up with the chat here. If you want some obscure action games, Aiden, check out Civit's channel? Civit's channel. He recommends so many good obscure games. Ooh, yeah, I was recommending PS2 games. Devil May Cry series, good ones. There is a really awesome Shinobi reboot on the PS2 that I haven't played in a long time, but I remember it being really good. Oh, there's two guys. There's three guys. Let's just back out here. I'm almost to the first boss. And then the game really opens up after that, because then you can pretty much go wherever you want. Oh. You fuck. I'm noticing, I guess it makes sense in this level, but, in later FromSoft games, or in later Souls games, it seems like there are fewer enemies with shields. But it's like everybody in the in Demon Souls, at least in this level, has a shield, which, at least with my current build, is a little tricky to deal with from time to time. If you had to choose one half of yourself, which one would it be? What do you mean by that? Like, physically? Like, half my personality? Oh, let me read that again. Did I read that right? If you had to choose one half of yourself, which one would it be? Okay, this is existential as fuck, and I'm so into the question. So if we're talking physically, there's a bit of a problem. So I'm mixed-handed, which means I have my dominant eye is my left one, and my dominant hand is my right one. I do most things right-handed, but I do some things exclusively left-handed. So I couldn't just divide myself down the middle and choose a half, because regardless of what I did, I'd be missing out on something. So it's kind of important. It's like choosing, basically it'd be choosing between my left eye, which is my best eye, and where about 80% of my vision comes from, or my right hand, which, you know, does most of the work of everything I do. That would be tricky. So, bizarre question, but actually an interesting one to contemplate. I would not like to lose the majority of my vision, because if I close my left eye, I can't see very well. Like, my right eye's fine. It's, you know, it's not bad enough that I need glasses or anything, but it's more like, I don't know, it's more like my consciousness isn't used to, like, the perspective of my right eye. So the world just doesn't seem right when I close my left eye. It seems like I'm in a foreign place for the first time. And that's not a something I would like to experience all the time, although my brain would probably adjust over time. And then, you know, same thing with, like, my right hand. I suppose you can make the same argument. Eventually, I would learn to do everything with my left hand that I do with my right hand, so I don't know, tough question. Ratchet Clank is already on my list, been meaning to get them. Sly Cooper, oh right, Sly Cooper, yeah, also good games. Oh, the Splinter Cell games, if you like stealth games. The first, I think the first 3 Splinter Cell games are on PS2. Quite good. I quite like them anyway. Alright. Let me heal up here, and then we'll take out... Let me heal up here and then catch up with the chat. I'm missing a bunch here. I have a certified decaf cold brew break. I think I'm safe here has the same energy as YR ducking. I couldn't hit an elephant in this distance. That sounds familiar, but I don't remember what that's from, Raichu. Is Okami that super artistic looking one with the wolf? Yes, it is. Okami is basically a 3D Zelda game, but it's better than every 3D Zelda game that ever 3D Zelda gamed, in my opinion. I love Okami so much. It's great. Hey, what's up, Fungi Arts? How you doing? The Black Cauldron has some weird cuts, if you remember that. I do remember that movie. I am probably one of the only people in the world that actually liked that movie. It came out before I was born, but it was on video when I was a kid. And I loved that movie as a kid. I didn't know it had, like, different cuts to it, though. That's interesting. Whoop. I'm thinking they adjusted this boss in the remake, because last time I fought this boss was... I was at my friend Matt's house and played the remake on his PS5. And I want to say the boss was a little harder. I mean, I haven't actually hit the boss yet. I'm just kind of clearing the way. Also, the audio is, like, freaking out suddenly. That's interesting. Huh. Something else I like about this game that's kind of, hit or miss for some people is the bosses are kind of, and I mean this in the nicest way, kind of gimmicky. Like, every boss has, like, a... Ow. Oh, Jesus, I'm getting my ass handed to me. Holy crap. Every boss has, like, a gimmick to it, but in a good way, because, I mean, gimmick doesn't necessarily mean bad. Come on, get over there. There we go. Normally I just run in and wail on the center thing and ignore the other guys, because otherwise we'll be here all day. Man, the remake is such a letdown for me. Me too! Welcome back, Sundar. Have you played the remake, Sundar, or you just go off videos? Because I was leery about the remake from videos I saw, but I wanted to, like, withhold judgment until I played it for myself. But after playing about an hour of it, I was, yeah, I'm so disappointed by the remake. It just does not do this game justice, in my opinion. And as I've said before, that's, like, the biggest problem I see with just, like, graphical remakes in general is, like, they become a replacement for the original, like, even if they're not as good as the original. Just because people, you know, most people value graphics. Oh, come on, one more time. There we go. Now don't die. There we go. The demon was destroyed. Split yourself across the waist so you can keep them both. Well, there's another problem with that, Aiden. If I split myself across the waist, I'm missing out on another very important piece of myself that I won't mention. But I suppose... Ooh. I suppose that would be the... If I absolutely had to choose... I guess I'd rather be able to see and you have full functionality in my hands than do other stuff. It's a hard choice for a man to make, but, you know. Ah, the lead demon soul. Did you know that Sega can never re-release Sonic Heroes because of the game engine renderware? Because the company that made the engine was bought out by EA and then shut down in 2009. I didn't know that specifically about Sonic Heroes, but I've definitely heard that about other renderware games, which is a shit ton. It's like 50% of the games on like the PS2 and Xbox and GameCube, GameCube eras were made with renderware. It was like the engine of the decade, or of the generation, and EA probably bought the rights to renderware just so they could get it off the market, is kind of what it seems like. Just to stifle competition, is kind of what it seems like, which sucks. That's a really shitty thing to do. But yes, I always pronounce it Akami. Okami. So you threw me off for a hot minute. Yeah. My understanding is it's Okami. Like you don't put an emphasis on any of them. But the way I say it is Okami. Like really fast, so I might be putting an emphasis somewhere, but I don't think you're supposed to put an emphasis anywhere because it's a play on words between because Okami with an emphasis in one position is wolf, and Okami, like emphasis on the O, means great god. So like and you play as a god in wolf form, so like, you know, very clever wordplay with that. So I think you're supposed to pronounce it like without an emphasis at all, like Okami. I don't know, that could be completely wrong, but I know a little bit of Japanese, but not enough to say with any amount of certainty whether I'm correct on that. It's a quote from the, I want to say, American Civil War. Oh, you think I'd know that as an American? First use of snipers, if I recall. Some general or squad leader, allegedly his last words, likely made up afterward. Oh, yeah, probably. Huh. That's not ringing a bell. Weird. It's the old school game design, kind of reminds me of Zelda in a sense, with gimmicky bosses. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was getting at with the gimmicky boss thing before I went on to a different topic, because I can't, you know, stay on one topic to save my life. But, yeah, like there's a trick to every boss in this game. Oh, right. The servers are turned off, so I can't go up here. Oh, wait, I'm playing on an emulator. There are fan servers. I should hook this up to a fan server. Maybe we could do some PvP next stream, if I play next stream. We'll see. I'm enjoying this. I gotta go talk to the Monumental, who is right here. Hello, Monumental.
Long awaited you, Slayer of Demons.
Ah, thanks for perfect pronunciation. You bet.
The fabric of reality. There once, we too
were the scourge of demons
faced.
Your legs? Well, I mean, the waist is a little higher than just the legs, my dude.
Under a benevolent rule, the world was united.
Well, the Black Cauldron was supposed to have a scene where they show how a human loses dreadfully his skin and joins the skeleton army. It was too graphic. Did they actually animate that and then cut it out later? Because I have heard there's a lot of like lost footage from the Black Cauldron. Because I think it went through like the Disney executives at the time just butchered the crap out of that film, trying to like make it seem like a family film, and it really wasn't.
After the loss of innumerable souls and half the world.
But are there other cuts of the movie that are actually released? That's what I want to know. Because I would be down to check that out, because like I said, I loved that movie as a kid, even though I've only ever heard bad things about the movie, other than its, you know, interesting history.
One to the king of a small.
But if you split yourself sideways, does that mean that thing is also split? There's the other question. I was going to bring that up. Thank you for bringing that up, Tanish. Yes. Like, if I split, do we throw away, like, the other half? Or do I have to worry about, like, my other half of me coming to life and, like, threatening to, like, make us whole again? There was, like, some horror horror story I read once where it was like two Siamese twins get separated and then they long to be sewn back together or something like that. I think it was something they toyed around with in a Tool video once. I forget which song that is. Yeah, I did play the remake, and man, the music was the first thing that hit me. Yeah, yeah, the music in the remake's fine, but it's not as charming. It just, I don't know. And the mood's off. It's way too colorful for one thing. And everything's tinted blue in the remake, which is interesting. Because in this game, everything kind of has like a slight sepia tone to it, almost.
Now it is your turn. You must lull if not.
Yep. I will accept this mission. We are fortunate to have you. Okay. Now here's the conundrum. Do I kill myself so I can go back to soul form to avoid turning the world to black tendency? Because world tendency is a thing in this game. Or do I just fuck it? I'm kind of thinking just fuck it. We get better rewards like the deeper into like pure black or black world tendency we go anyway, so why not? It's fine. Must be my Australian way of talking then. Or yeah, it could be my thick Midwestern accent, my dude. I haven't gotten one in a while, but like when I first started doing like, or when the channel first started like really taking off in like 2017, I used to get comments all the time. It's like, you have a weird accent. Where are you from? And I'm like, Wisconsin, the United States. I have an accent. What are you talking about? The PS3 version was a slow, moody burn. The world unravels slowly in front of you. The remake sort of tried to be as epic as possible for some odd reason. Yeah, I completely agree. And I did like the redesigns, especially with the Fool's Idol. I don't think I've seen the Fool's Idol from the remake. The one that sticks out to me is Vanguard. Vanguard in this version is like a doofy little demon dude, and he's like a big cutie and a big softy, and he's supposed to be like, you know, kind of a doofus. I don't think he's supposed to be all that imposing, but they made him look like something out of Doom in we should probably level up here, come to think of it. They made him look like something out of Doom in the remake, and I'm like, you totally missed the point. Oh, yeah, no, I do want to seek soul power. Come on.
What is it? Dost thou?
Yes, I do. Gotta get my strength up so I can wield that longsword I bought. Which I think was 14 is what I need. Alright, I gotta do stuff one at a time in this game. Let's see. What else do we want? Probably use some more endurance. That ought to do us for a bit. Yeah, they really animated it, and they really animated it and cut it out. No other cut, sadly, I think. Yeah, dang. That sucks. Sometimes proper pronunciation to words don't sound right, like Final Fantasy IX Zidane is apparently Zidane? Really? I've always said Zidane. Zidane? Huh. That's like, Chani in, Dune. Paul Atreides' love interest, Chani. Apparently, Frank Herbert intended it to be pronounced Cheney, like Dick Cheney. And I've heard, like, him do, like, readings of Dune, and he pronounces it Cheney. And I'm like, it's not... I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep saying Chani, and, like, they totally... what's his name? I can't think of his name now. Who directed Dune? Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. Oh my god, I can't think of his name right now. Whoever directed Dune, I'm sure his name will come to me in like 5 minutes, but he must feel the same way because her name's Chani, pronounced like that in the movie, so. I have a lot of thoughts on Nier Replicant. Anyone mind if I spoil it? I've never played it, but I also don't really care about spoilers all that much, so I don't really care. But yeah. Okay, I won't. Okay, never mind. I don't want to ruin the experience for anyone. Just make sure you take time with Nier. Don't rush it like I did and ruin it. Yeah, I've been wanting to get into the Nier games, and on a greater note, the Drakengard games in general. Just haven't gotten around to it yet. Oh yeah, can I wield that longsword yet? Can I wield the longsword? Or the bastard? Wait. Oh, I got a bastard sword. Okay, I can wield the longsword. Hell yeah. Alright. Come here, Bolin. Or Boldwin. Upgrade my longsword, please. Oop. Thank you. I need shards of hardstone, which I don't have. Alright, I should also probably repair my shit, because that's another thing in this game. You gotta repair your own shit. Ah. There we go. I don't have enough souls. Oh noes.
Do come back.
I need your business.
Hello again.
David Lynch? No, not that dude. I meant the new Dune. No, not the creatively compromised. Well, maybe not creatively compromised. The interesting interpretation of Dune that came out in the 80s. I was talking about the one that came out last year or 2 years ago, however long it's been. I cannot think of... Oh, yes, I love Baldwin's voice in the original. I need your business. Me too. So great. Let's deposit some stuff here so I don't get over-encumbered. I have hardstone. Probably stick with the shirt for now. Take all this stuff. There we go. That should do.
A heart of gold.
Don't let them take it from you. Let's see. Do I have another ring I could wear? What do I got? Just the cling ring. Okay, never mind. Who Framed Roger Rabbit greater than The Little Mermaid? Agreed. Absolutely agreed. The Black Cauldron took like 15 years to make and ate up a lot of money at the company, and did so badly it almost shut down the animation studio until they renamed it, or redreamed it with The Little Mermaid. Yes, the good old Disney Renaissance movies. I didn't know The Black Cauldron took like 15 years. That's pretty nuts. Alright. Let's go fight a Tower Knight. So we can hear those ha 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 music that I know Sundar is quite fond of as well. And I'm just going to roll the dice on the, the Black World Tendency thing. Doesn't really make the game all that much harder. It's fine. Most folks credit The Little Mermaid with Disney Renaissance. The industry people tend to point to Who Framed Roger Rabbit first, though. But I like Roger Rabbit, so biased. Ah, that's how we got a Roger Rabbit. So biased on which one did it. Agreed. Yeah, I mean, I've always heard, like, The Little Mermaid. I think The Little Mermaid probably did better at the box office, though, than Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I'm sure that did well, though, because that was... Ow. That was a fantastic movie. I just tried to jump over this guy because, like I said, I've been playing Elden Ring, and there's a jump button in Elden Ring. There ain't no jump in this. Heyo, what's up, Eric? How you doing? What is this? This is Demon Souls on the PS3, a little game called Demon Souls you may have heard of. One of the best games ever made. IMHO. Or yeah, Dragon. I think if you stand right here, you can actually, like, just keep attacking the dragon. And you can hit his tail every time. But I'm not going to do that because it'll take a while. I probably should have run. Probably should run. Because otherwise you gotta go to, like, that tower up there and just keep pelting him with arrows until he dies. That's no fun. Probably shouldn't have stopped and picked that up. That's fine. We made it. Oh, yeah, yeah. Does also someone get uncomfortable with feeling when someone does terrible in a game? Must be only me, I swear. Like, it's awkward watching someone do terrible in a game? Or, like, you just have, like, that gut reaction, like, man, I could be doing so much better than this yahoo. I feel like that when I'm streaming and I'm not doing very well. I'm actually doing pretty well in Demon Souls, but that's mostly muscle memory. But I'm about half as good at video games when I'm streaming as when I'm not streaming, so doesn't really matter too much for this one because I've played it so much and I know it like the back of my hand, so even if I do die, it's not gonna really set me back all that much. Oh, hey, wooden catalyst. We can do some magic now. Yes, you can hit the dragon's tail. Oh man, you remember? Yeah, I've only done that once. I've done the like stand here and pelt him with arrows a million times. But in recent playthroughs, I've kind of avoided it just because it takes so long. I don't even remember if you get anything for killing him, to be honest. Battery low. Oh, hey, look at that. I forgot to plug the Steam Deck in. Uno momento, por favor. So, fun fact, you can stream. Uh-oh. And we're back, okay. Oh, and it's gone again. You good, or? Uh-oh. Your Steam Deck is connected to the slow charger below recommended rating to consistently charge the Steam Deck. Uh-oh. We're having technical difficulties because I was dumb and forgot to plug the Steam Deck in. So we've been playing on battery power this whole time. We might be fine, though. Says we're on 10%. Ooh. I might have fucked us. Yeah, it's not coming back on the screen. The PS3 was too powerful for the Steam Deck. Apparently. I've made that mistake before with, and we've gone like the whole stream, on just the battery, but, apparently PS3 emulation takes a lot of power. Oh yeah, it does not want to reconnect to the thing. Well, shit. Well, I'm going to give it a couple minutes and see if it does a thing here. Guess we're just going to be chatting for a little bit because I don't have any other way to like play games right now. Let me oh yeah. Nope, the dock is completely broken. Let's go back over here. Hi everybody. Interesting. Well, let's go on the chat here. Let the Steam Deck do its thing. See what happens. Okay. So apparently, if you get below 10% battery, you can't use the dock on the Steam Deck. I didn't know that. I bet I'll never forget to plug it in now. So there's that. If we're talking Disney Renaissance, Beauty and the Beast and the Lion King are top of the mountain, but I also love Pinocchio, The Jungle Book, and Robin Hood a great deal. Yeah. I never really cared for Pinocchio, personally, but I did like Jungle Book and Robin Hood a lot. The Lion King's great. Beauty and the Beast is great. For sure. It was made with Disney animators, and the dude in charge of it literally wrote the animator's survival kit. I am familiar with that. You could say it had another style and non-Disney characters, but still Disney. Ah. Oh, what was that? Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Also, did you know that young Tim Burton did designs for the film, but they were not used? I missed what film we're talking about here. I actually watched David Lynch's Dune for the first time the other week. It was mid. that movie is the exact definition of mid, and as I've said before, there's nothing worse than mediocre in my opinion. I'd much rather watch a genuinely bad movie than a mediocre movie. And 1984 Dune, well, let's be reasonable here. The first hour of David Lynch's Dune, not too bad. Pretty good, actually. But then it just completely falls off the rails. I don't know what happened after that, but yeah. Nope, this doesn't ring a bell to me at all, dude. It's some kind of Dark Souls sequel or something. Yeah, it's similar to Dark Souls. Quite strange. Yeah, I know. I might be done gaming for the day. The Steam Deck is not coming back to life like I was hoping. Uh-oh. Welp. Favorite glitch. All right, I never did that. Okay, favorite glitch. Nope, I can't get this thing to go back on. And actually, it's dying. What the hell? Hold on here. Let me try a thing. I'll come back. I can't think of a favorite glitch. Well, actually, I got one that I don't know if it's my favorite, but it happened to me a lot. So I could just, like, you know, hold it up like this and you guys could watch that. That'd be fun, right? So let me figure out how to quit the game here first. Not really a favorite glitch, but something that used to happen to me a lot when I was a kid that doesn't seem to happen to me very much anymore is in Sonic 2, in Chemical Plant Zone. I think Act 2. There's this one spot where if you... I think it's about halfway through the game. If you run really fast, sometimes I would glitch through, like, the wall, and I would, like, get stuck in, like, this... I don't know, this like 1x1 block, roughly the same size as Sonic's sprite thing, and it would soft lock my game until the timer ran out because I couldn't escape. And it used to happen to me so often when I was a kid that I would like avoid going fast. I'd avoid going fast in a Sonic game in this one area just so it never happened. But it hasn't happened to me for like 10 years, but it used to happen, like, I don't know, like I'd play Sonic 2 like all the time when I was a kid, and I'd say like 50% of the time in this one area, Sonic would always clip into this one spot, and I'd get stuck there, and I'd have to wait like 10 minutes for the timer to run out so Sonic would die, or I'd have to start the game over from the beginning. So yeah, show us your shirt. Okay, let's see. This is we're done. It's something I got at Hot Topic. I don't know what it is. It's a anime cat girl because I'm a weeb, I guess. With some kitty cats on it. I'm gonna give the Steam Deck here like 5 minutes to get above 10%, and we'll try again. And if not, I guess we'll just end the stream early or something. Maybe try force close or restart it. Yeah, the problem is it's working just fine, but it's not, or the game's working just fine. But the battery's below 10%, and for some reason the Steam Deck is not working with the dock because the battery's so low. Well, I guess I won't forget to plug it in next time. Son of a bitch. Oh, Tim Burton did the designs for the Black Cauldron. Oh, I see. All right. Dear Lord, I started an animation debate. Sorry. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, I was getting revved up for Tower Knight. I know, me too. I was having a lot of fun, damn it. Freaking idiot forgetting to plug your shit in. Like I said, that's like the third time I've done that while streaming, but that's the only time the battery ran out. It'd be nice if it informed me that the battery was dying, you know, before it got to catastrophic failure point. That'd be nice. Oh, yes. Wow, there is an animation debate going on. That's all right. unrelated, but if you want a really good Genesis soundtrack, listen to the Phantasy Star 2 soundtrack. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. That is some phenomenal stuff. I have not played that game, but I have definitely heard tracks off of that that game, and they're really good. Didn't Yuji Naka, didn't Yuzo Koshiro do the soundtrack for one of the Phantasy Star games, or am I thinking a different? I actually know Yuji Naka. I might be thinking Yuji Naka worked on one of them. I forget. There's a glitch in like a Dragon. Wait, what? There's a glitch in Like a Dragon Inshin, where a game kept running in place because he was getting stuck on objects. I called him the man and his invisible treadmill. You could even see him in cutscenes. I've never heard of that game. I actually went to school for animation, but dropped out a year and a half in due to the death of my parents. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Dang. That's cool you went to school for animation, though. That's something that seems like it's becoming increasingly harder to study in, like, the academic system, because it's all, at least, like, I don't know what type of animation you were doing, but at least traditional 2D animation is, like, really, really hard to, like, come across, like, being taught nowadays. You know, it's all, like, computer stuff and, like, using Toon Boom and things like that, which there's nothing wrong with that, but, you know, there's something to be said for the wonderful hand-drawn aesthetic. It just looks, you can't outdo it. It looks so good. You need beefier PSU to charge the Steam Deck. Maybe hook it up to a switch adapter. It's 2 amps, I think. I'm assuming the Steam Deck uses the USB standard for power. It sure does, and I'm using the charger that came with it. Oop. You think the Switch one's better? I suppose I could try it. Yeah, it's actually not even charging. I don't know what's going on. It's plugged in, and it hasn't been charging this whole time. All right, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go grab that Switch charger, and we'll try that. And if that doesn't work, I guess we're done. Shit. Be right back. Hey, Sunder. Sunder, you are a freaking genius with that Switch thing. You just saved the stream, my dude. Thank you. Look at that. Woo! Hell yeah. What I'm noticing is I think the Steam Deck charger just died because when I plugged it in, I noticed, or right after I put the brake thing on, the Be Right Back screen, I noticed the charging light on the Steam Deck wasn't on that entire time, even though it was plugged in. I'm pretty sure my Steam Deck charger just like took a shit today. So, I mean, I definitely did plug it in to begin with, but I'm questioning if it would have even done anything had I plugged it in. So, well, anyway, thanks again, Sundar. Really appreciate it. Oh my god. We might get to fight the Tower Knight after all. Woo! Oh, yeah. Well, I gotta go. See you later, bud. Bye, Romello. Thanks for coming out. Sorry that we had to take a little hiatus there, but I think we're good now. I'm gonna use the switch charger from now on. That's what we need to do. Yeah, so that's something that I found to be quite... Ah, yes, the rotary something girl. I forgot what we named her. Cool. Right back where we were. Beautiful. And we're back. So yeah, what I'm noticing with the Steam Deck is it's got a fatal flaw, which is the thing only ever runs off of battery power, and when you plug it in, it only ever charges the battery. It doesn't actually ever run off of AC power, ever, which might be how the Switch does it as well. I'm not really sure on that. But, that's why the audio cuts out every once in a while. It has something to do with, like... Oh, I hear dogs. I should probably pay attention. It has something to do with, the Steam Deck can't charge the system and, like, produce, like, audio with any amount of reliability at the same time or something like that. You'd think that it would, like, you know, just be able to run off of AC power, but I guess not. Whatever. Let me tell you how I burned out my passion for a while. Ooh, what did I miss? I missed something. Oh, here. Oh, screw going to school for animation. I'm a traditional 2D animator, worked for a bunch of studios and whatnot, but ended up just working in games anyway. Never worked for anime studios. I mean, that is advice. Oh, I have heard stories. So, yes, I can... Ow. I'd probably still be surprised on some of the stories you tell me, but I have definitely heard that working for anime studios in particular is not good. Doggos. Doggos are kicking my ass. Damn, you guys are like... Why are the dogs in From Software games always the worst? Oh, there's another one. I'm dead. Shit. Yeah, now we just switched the game to black tendency a little bit. Oh, well. And we're back. I can't wait for the ha, 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 ha. Yeah, hopefully we'll get there. We should be able to get there if I don't keep dying to doggos. Once tried to do so. Oh, okay. I once tried to do some pixel art animation with Paper Mario sprites as a kid. It was so tedious time consuming to even just get a second dub that I very quickly gave up. Nice. How much is a Steam Deck going for in the US of A? The US of A. I'm really considering importing it. My inner child needs Sonic Adventure on the go. Nice. I think the cheapest model is $399 US, which I want to say is like $450-ish Australian, something like that. 500 Australian. I've bought quite a few things with off of eBay in Australian dollars, so I have a somewhat general sense of what the exchange rate is. So, but yeah, I think the one I bought was $399, which is the cheapest model. I wouldn't bother with the higher priced models because the second higher price one only gives you a little bit more storage, and the highest tier price is like only 512 gigs of storage plus an OLED, or not OLED screen, a slightly more colorful screen. But what I did was I got the cheapest model, and then I spent like $100 on a 1 terabyte micro SD card. And that's the way I'd recommend going, because I don't think you, especially if you're especially if you're planning on like doing like retro game emulation, like you don't need fast processing or fast read speeds. Like a decent micro SD card will be more than fast enough. Like I ran Sekiro off of this micro SD card, and it ran at a solid 60 FPS the entire time I played. So save your money and get the cheapest version. Also, I hesitate to say that the highest tier model of the Steam Deck is its screen is better, because it's more colorful, has better color reproduction from what I've heard, but it's also got a softer image. So I'm of the opinion that I'd rather have my graphics be nice and sharp than have, like, you know, perfect color reproduction, because I can't stand like soft visuals. Just don't do it for me. That's what I was going to do earlier before the doggo showed up, was fix my grass situation here. It's all janky. There we go. And then let's get some throwing knives in there so I can hit the doggos from, and some fire bombs. Yeah, that ought to do it. I'm gonna head off. Good night, all. Bye, right you is. Laters. 600 Australian. Okay, $3.99 is about $5.90 Australian. Gotcha. Okay, I was a little off. I knew it was higher. And I missed. God, doggos are the worst in this game. And they're following me. I can hear them. Oh, come on. I just wanted to throw the thing. That's the wrong grass. Oh, God. Yeah, well, you're on the edge of your attack radius, so got screwed up. You probably were thinking 300 USD. That's about 450. Yeah, I might have been. Or I just not as good at converting as I thought I was. That's probably more likely. Only problem I discovered later is that if you use game from Steam and it need to install a shader on the SSD with a lower model, it runs out of space fast, so you can install a better SSD yourself. That's also an option. I haven't used the internal storage on the Steam Deck at all. I've only used the SD card I bought, and it's been just fine. And even with the tens of thousands of game ROMs I have, or 10,000 game ROMs, however many I have on here, and quite a few of my Steam games, I've only ended up using like 450 gigs out of the 1 terabyte I got, so not too bad. Okay, I have heard of the Super Mario Pizza, but I haven't looked into it, so I have no idea what's going on. Is it like a legit like pizza to promote the movie? Is that what's going on? The Super Mario Bros. Pizza? A nice paisano. Do you sell the Claymore now? He must sell. Oh, he does sell the Claymore now. Oh, it's also expensive. And 20 strength requirement. Okay. We'll come back for that.
I'm sure you'll take.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll something or other. I knew he sold the Claymore at some point. Yeah, I'd do that too. I have a fairly small Steam library anyway because most of my games are on console and retro emulation, which is what I want to use it for. That's why I bought it. Retro emulation on the Steam Deck is so quick and easy. I love it. I'm not even over there oh, you're coming this way. Gotcha. Well, shit. GameCube emulation through RetroArch in particular. Yes. Have we emulated any GameCube games yet? I don't think I have. I don't think we've done any GameCube games on stream yet, have we? We did, some PS2 games, but we haven't done any GameCube games, I don't think. Oh god. I'm just gonna this. We'll go over here. Let him do all the work. Ow. I did not get my shield up fast enough. Ah. Alright, time to go. Oh wait. Where you at, dragon? I need you to come through here. There he is. I'm too far forward. I think I need to start back here. I forgot. There we go. Okay. I do gotta say, this run-up is a little tricky. At least I'm safe here, though. But then I gotta, like, fight all these guys while the dragon's, like, at my back. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, 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 no! I got so lucky there. There we go. This is one of the tighter spots in the game that can get you killed. I've died here a lot. Oh yeah, here we go. Tower night time. Hey, paisano, let me talk to you about... I'll read that in a sec. The Mario. No, no grass for you. Oh, crap, he ate it. You get out of the freaking way. Not my comment I would show if I type that word that rhymes with text and starts with, sex? Are we talking about sex? Of course. Hey, paisano, let me talk to you about human sexuality. Sounds exactly like something Mario would say. No, it's just a normal Mario branding, and apparently it's only in my country, only available in my country available. So in Germany. Well, only fair since we haven't gotten the cereal. The cereal. Why not Italy, though? Like, Italy's the pizza country. Although, I don't know if it's true, but I've always heard that pizza actually originated in China. And that the Italians, like, stole it. I don't know if that's true. That might be, like, a stupid kid fact or something like that. You know what would make this game super hilarious is someone modded in Pooh Bear and Piglet from that Blood and Honey slasher film. We were talking about that early in the stream, too. I'm surprised Bluepoint didn't do that with all the changes they made to the remake that totally ruined the experience. Oh! Shots fired. For real though, I mean, as disappointed as I am with the remake, I do really like Blue Point games. They are they are an interesting developer, to be sure, but I kind of have a moral quandary with everything they do at the same time. I just don't believe in like just graphical remakes. If you're gonna remake a game, it should be like do something new with it. All right, here we go. Ha 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 time. It's strange, just like the myth that the hamburger came from Hamburg. Ah, yes. What, that's not true? And the sandwich didn't come from sandwich? And turkey didn't come from turkey? Best theme. It's probably the most memorable boss in this game, too. Which is saying something, because this game's full of memorable bosses. That's something that, as much as I like Elden Ring, the bosses kind of suck in Elden Ring. I don't know if any of you guys have played Elden Ring yet, but don't get me wrong, phenomenal game, quite like it, but the bosses are kind of lacking in that one. They just don't have the same level of charm or personality or, I don't know, enjoyment factor to them as bosses from previous games. Oh, that sucks. Now I gotta deal with that guy. And that guy. Shit. Well, let's eat some grass and let's get to it. Insert Titus laugh he makes. Ha 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 ha! How did I know he was gonna launch a thing? Oh, that's the wrong grass. I didn't want to eat that. Oh well. I think there's still a guy up here, right? Something like that? No. All right. Ow. Ah, camera. Ow. I am getting really unlucky with the camera here. Whoa, 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 camera! Well, this is not going very well. There we go. Ow. We're going for a ride again. I don't remember ever having this much trouble with him. There we go. Come on, stamina, recharge faster. Such a cool fight, though. Ow. Such a cool fight where I'm just getting my ass kicked the whole time. Doot. Oh, that's okay. We just get to listen to the ha-ha-ha's more. Oh, log on to this one. I tried to roll, but it didn't go so well that time. There we go. Ah, shit! Get over there. Come on, don't make me... Oh, shit! Fall! Damn it! There we go. That was one sloppy-ass fight, but I did it. You'll find your flame. What? Hamburg is a German state that clearly didn't make the classic hamburger. Why not? They should still make it their claim to fame, though. You gotta play this unlocked. Oh, right, yeah. That's my problem. I forgot how many souls you get for fighting him, though. Yeah, come to think of it, I do normally fight it unlocked. That's the problem. Oop, well, I still got it, so. Demon Souls, 1 out of 10. No damage done to the floor when Tower Knight shoves the shield through the ground and not enough ha-ha-has. Not enough ha-ha-has? Man, that was like all the ha-ha-has you'd ever need. Sonic Frontiers night theme. I haven't heard anything from the the Sonic Frontiers soundtrack other than apparently it's really good. Can anyone confirm or deny? I've heard really good things about the soundtrack. Do I wanna? Yeah. Yeah, we can level up a bunch now. Yeah, let's get my strength up. Once I get it up to 20, I can get that claymore, which will probably be my weapon for most of the game. Until I convert it into something better late in the game, possibly. We shall see. I so wish YouTuber comments let you post GIFs. Oh, right? It seems like a no-brainer, but... Do I have to deposit anything here? Yes, probably. Probably not going to do magic. I don't typically like doing magic in these games because it's kind of boring. Kind of like just getting in there and smacking stuff.
It's in trade. I'll give you weapons.
It's amazing. The soundtrack is amazing, huh?
With your souls.
I own the 6-disc CD and it's huge. Holy crap. I'm more surprised that they still make CDs, but that's what surprises me more than anything. Repair my shit here. Oop. Actually, I should go to my...
You come back a lot.
I need your business. Oh, I skipped a business. Oh, well.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close
Wait, the Sonic Frontiers Night has a CD OST? I didn't know that. I'm just surprised they still make CDs these days. Yeah, most games get a CD release? What? Is this just an Australian thing, Aiden? You're blowing my mind here. I haven't seen a physical CD for sale anywhere for probably a good 7-8 years now. Surely online, I'm sure, but can somebody explain to me why Ohio is so disliked? I saw a lot of strange memes about that state. I even had Oreos called Ohios. I don't think Ohio is generally disliked, but I don't really know where that whole Ohio meme started from. I think it's just because, like, Ohio's like kind of like a forgotten state. Like, you don't hear a lot about Ohio when talking about states. Like, even Wisconsin is mentioned more often than Ohio in popular culture. Probably because of the Packers. That would be my guess. And also, Wisconsin has had, like, a lot of famous people come from Wisconsin and move to other states, so there's that. But yeah, popular American culture doesn't tend to talk about Ohio unless it's specifically Cleveland, Ohio. So I'm not really sure where the whole strange things happening in Ohio meme came from. I have a few Sonic OSTs in my CD collection. You have a CD collection? Dang, I'm even more impressed now. Woo! No, they're only released in Japan, which sucks because the import fees are a lot. I coughed up 130. Holy crap. For it, and nearly half was for postage. Oofda. Cleveland is a good city. It's got roads. Oh, right. I forgot about the Cleveland roads meme. Oh, shit. That's taking me back. At least we're not Detroit. Is that the Cleveland video? Oh. And then I think it ends with, fuck Detroit. What am I doing? Where do I want to go next? All right, I was going to go to Stockpile Thomas here. And let's take an item. Love this interface here. I should be able to wear this coat of plate now, I think. Because I think my
heart of gold.
My endurance is up high enough. Or my stamina, rather. Or is equipment burden based on something else in this game? I don't remember. Let's find out. Nope, still fatty rolling. Okay, we'll go back to the other thing. I like this look anyway. It looks better. I look like young Gandalf, as Aiden said. Alright, let's put this back in, and then we're going to go to some Stonefang Tunnel, I think. Got like an hour left on the stream. Thankfully, we saved the stream. I can't thank you enough for that. Coat, plate, gauntlets. Okay.
You have a heart of...
Don't let them take it from you. Okie dokie. Let's go to the Stonefang Tunnel. Oh, wait.
It's something with your soul.
Yep. Upgrade me weapon. Can I? I don't have enough souls. I can fix that in a hurry. Where is my souls at? I probably don't need, like, any of these, to be honest, so... Oh, God, I just remember there's another change they made in the remake that's actually for the best. You can only use items one at a time in this. We'll just go with that. I just need enough to upgrade my sword. There we go. Longsword +2. I'm gonna need some more shard of hardstone.
Do come back alive.
Import tax and shipping are insane right now. Inflation is insane everywhere, and yeah. California is Sonic Adventure 2. I tell my future kids what. I have a bunch of CDs and vinyl records. I enjoy the novelty. I do stream on Spotify like a normal person, but I love old stuff from generations past. Got some ELO, Bon Jovi, Three Doors Down, to name a few. Well, I like one of those bands. Can you guess which of those bands I like between ELO, Bon Jovi, and Three Doors Down? I'll let you guys guess. See how well you guys know me here. I'll even say this. One of those bands I like, one of those bands I hate, and the other band I'm kind of indifferent on. Let's see if you can guess. Oh man, you and I both love ELO. I still have stuff stuck in the Bai warehouse. 2 PC98 monitors that will cost me over $500 to ship. Oh, because they're probably heavy as a bastard. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh, I know. I used to work at Best Buy years ago, and I thankfully we didn't have any CRTs at the time. I worked with some people that were there back when CRT TVs were all we had, and they said that, like, moving those things around, like, all day long was just... I messed up there. Was just a killer, and I can imagine, because I've moved CRT televisions. They are a bitch and a half to move because they're so freaking heavy. I have a small record collection, too. I do have some vinyl, and I have a nice turntable. So I guess I understand. I never got into CDs, though. Jittery.
Souls.
Okay, filthy man. Ah, you sell shards of hardstone. I need those.
You want, don't you?
Let me just go through my inventory and, like, eat all my souls now so I can buy some shards of hardstone. That'd be nice. The band you hate is ELO. Instant unsub. Just kidding. Nope, incorrect. That is not the band I hate. Any other takers on that? ELO is way... he has inconsistent taste. I can never tell what he'll like and what he won't. Song I think he'll like, he won't care for, and vice versa. Me or your dad? I'm gonna guess you love Bon Jovi, hate Three Doors Down, hope I'm wrong, and indifferent to ELO. Incorrect. I love ELO. I hate Bon Jovi with a passion, and I'm indifferent on Three Doors Down. They're fine. ELO's great, though. I couldn't name a single ELO song off the top of my head, but I have listened to them, and I have a couple ELO records myself. I forget which ones I have. But every time I listen to them, I quite enjoy them. Not as much as like other bands like Toto or obviously Ween, but Ween's on a whole different level for me. But other bands of the era that I really like. We were talking about Devo earlier. I like Devo quite a bit. Okay. Oh, thanks, Frick. No. Oh, no. Yeah. I'm not a big ELO fan, but of those three, I quite like ELO. Is vinyl actually better sounding? It looks like a scary medium to have just because they can melt in hot weather. So, it's debatable whether vinyl sounds better. It's a yes and a no question. So, does vinyl sound better than Spotify? Yes, if you have a good setup. Absolutely. Because it's a analog medium that is lossless audio. So, you have 100% of the 100% of the music on there, whereas when you stream something, they have to compress it for streaming purposes, and you lose a lot of the fidelity. You don't have that problem with vinyl, but again, that's only if you have a decent setup. If you have a bad setup, you could it doesn't matter because it's going to sound like crap anyway. So if you don't have like a decent record player, or you just have a cheapo, you're not going to get any benefit from it. Then there's the fact that some songs on Spotify, you have to manually enable this, and this is taking forever to eat all these souls. Holy crap. You have to manually enable this, but certain songs you can listen to and stream lossless on Spotify. There are lossless files. I believe the file format is like, crap. It's like AVHC or something like that. It's like a lossless audio format. That is basically the same as listening to vinyl. The only difference comes down to taste at that point. Vinyl has like a richness and a warmness to it by default, whereas like digital audio reproduction, it kind of sounds like glass until you process it and like put effects on it, whereas vinyl just sounds like more natural, closer like you were listening to live music. But whether that's better or worse really comes down to taste. I personally can't tell much of a difference. I know that I enjoy listening to vinyl more, but that's probably more from the ritual of actually like taking out a record, cleaning the dust off of it, setting my turntable up just properly, and sitting down and actually listening to the album, as opposed to when I'm on Spotify, I'm always doing something else. I'm never just like turning on Spotify and just listening to Spotify. So in that regard, vinyl sounds better, but I do think the idea, I probably don't need that many shards of hardstone, come to think of it. Let's get like 10. Let's go back to Baldwin. But yeah, I do think the whole vinyl sounds better. Hard stop is a little overblown, personally. Someone here heard the album Double Eclipse from Hardline? No, I haven't. And yours truly, 2095, was strangely prophetic. Is that a ELO thing? It shows how much I know about ELO. I know I like them when I hear them, but I don't know shit else about them. Three Doors Down is my favorite rock band. Oh, I'm sorry, Aiden. I seem to hate everything you like. I'm sorry to be like that. Last week it was Ready Player One. I guess I don't hate Three Doors Down, but last week it was like Ready Player One. You're like, oh, did you like that? I really liked it. I'm like, no. Looks like some corporate trash. I promise I'm not trying to shit on everything you like. I don't mean to be like this. I just am. You're the wrong person I want to talk to here.
I can forge.
He can forge weapons. Let's upgrade that weapon. Oh yeah, longsword. Longsword. Oh, and I need. Hey, what? Then I just bought. Oh, I need. Oh shit! I should have bought 2 more. Damn it.
You come back alive.
Well, whatever. Let's get on with the gameplay. Jesus, been faffing about here. Should be able to beat the armored spider before we end the stream here, at least. Also, yeah, a buddy of mine loves Ticket to the Moon quite a bit, so that's the one we keep going. Oh, you guys are major ELO fans, I'm thinking. Oh, good. No, everyone has their own days. Thanks, Aiden. All right, let's get back on with this right now. Nah, man, I'm chilling. Next enemy is susceptible to piercing attacks. Okay. Now that the servers are turned off, you can tell like what are player messages and what aren't. I mean, you kind of could before anyway, but this is the Demon Souls ELO stream, it seems. I'm okay with that. What I'm hearing is I need to get more into ELO. I guess I'm fine with that. Anyone here seen Xavier Renegade Angel? Yes, absolutely. I freaking love that show. It's so freaking bizarre and weird and kind of like heartwarming at the same time. Love these like old style pugilist dudes here. Ow. These guys must be resistant to slashing damage, because suddenly not doing too much damage on them. Demon Souls and ELO, what a crossover. But yeah, Xavier Renegade Angel, highly recommend. Great Adult Swim show. Ryan and I just watched through Ball Masters 9009. Also great show. Highly recommend. Especially if you're an anime fan, because there are so many freaking anime references. I'm sure I only got like half of them, if that. There's like a Gurren Lagann reference in every episode, and I'm all about that, so. Every time I've shown clips of it to my friend, he gets confused and frustrated from the context and the art style. Yeah, I can see that. I remember when I was in high school when like they played the pilot for Xavier, and I remember watching it and talking to my friend about the next day, and he had the same reaction, like, what the fuck is Adult Swim doing? This is like some hot garbage. And I'm just like, what? I thought it was funny. I am suddenly getting my ass kicked. Oh yeah, we got the fat dudes coming up. Oh damn! Thank you for all that shard of hardstone. I need that. I also need to heal here. If YouTube wasn't so finicky with copyright, having Mr. Blue Sky play. All right, that's an ELO song. I knew that. That's a good song. I really like that song. Ah, da, 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 da. Of course, it's doggos. Let's just run back here. God, why are dogs the worst in this game? Over these fights would be hilarious. Yeah, that would be funny. Mr. Blue Sky going over. Ow. There is like such a like massive difficulty spike between the last Boletaria Palace and Stonefang Tunnel. I can see why a lot of people like stop playing at this point usually, or a lot of noobs do. It actually seems like it gets easier after the first part here. Oh, I wanted to stab again, not slash. Dogs are the worst in every FromSoft game. Yes, they are, but they absolutely seem like in this game especially bad for some reason. But yes, dogs are always terrible. At least they're not like, so in Elden Ring, there's like, they added bleed dogs that like do bleed damage to you. And for the first couple of patches, they were completely broken, so they could like, they could hit you like 6 times in a row accidentally and deal like over 14,000 damage to you. They were like the single most destructive enemy in the game. Thankfully, they fixed it, so it doesn't happen anymore, but I've had like moments in like my first playthrough of Elden Ring where like the bleed dogs attack me and my health just goes tick, tick, and it's just, I'm dead instantly. Thankfully they fixed that. And cats are OP and sometimes even gods. You can tell FromSoft are dog people. Yeah. Kind of like the creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like every JoJo part has like a dog being like murdered or like killed in a horrific way. And people are like, do you just not like dogs? And he's like, no, I love dogs. It's just that, you know, people have a gut reaction when a dog gets hurt, so I put it in by work. Gets the job done, I suppose. The best doggo in any From Software game is Goodest girl Sif. Goodest girl Sif. This bridge collapses. Told you. And then he laughs at me. What a butt. But yeah, cat. You're right. Cats are kind of OP. You don't see cats very often in FromSoft games, though. I can only think of a couple. Like Alva in Dark Souls 2. Crown of the Ivory King DLC. There's like saber-toothed tigers. And then there's those weird cat monsters in Darkroot Garden in original Dark Souls. Both of which are a little OP, so yeah. Ow. Look at that, I just freaking, like, that post just protected me from fire. How lucky was that? Then I'm gonna get hit again. Ow! Come on. Poke. Slash. There we go. Okay. Also makes me think of Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys. Love cats, hate dogs. I mean, as a cat person myself, I do like dogs, but they're, as I've said before, they are a lot more work than cats, so I don't know. I kind of like pets that are independent most of the time and then lovey-dovey when they want to be. Dogs are a little too needy for my taste. But I don't know, I'm borderline sociopath, I guess. I'm a loner. Also, I just realized how many souls I'm running around with, too. So. Oh, yeah. Oh, they are absolutely resistant to slash damage, because just, like, changing my hand position so I could stab them instead of slashing at them did wonders. That's something that I feel like later, Souls games don't take into consideration as much as, like, the type of damage you do. So, like, in this game, it really matters if you're doing, like, blunt damage or striking, or I guess striking damage and blunt damage are the same. Striking damage or doing slashing damage or something like that. And it matters a little bit in the subsequent games, but in this one, like, as I just demonstrated, it seems to make a world of difference. Yeah, fat merchant man. I love that in the remake, these stone people just look like English people. I don't recall that. I only played through Boletaria Palace up to the Phalanx, and the one time I played the remake, and I've only seen clips of different things. They just look like English people. Oh, man. But yeah, just seeing clips of the remake on YouTube and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm trying to withhold total judgment from the remake because I haven't played the whole thing, just that 1 hour, but I don't know, I lost all enthusiasm for it. My cat being an annoying little brat meow means, hey, moron, where's food? Yeah. I know. The best thing about cats is how they're, they 100% think that they're in charge, but they're also 100% dependent on you, and they also kind of know that at the same time deep down. So, yeah. Come on. There we go. No flame. Ow! Uh-oh. That might hurt. Yeah, and these guys just don't look as interesting in the remake either. I don't know, they could, again, they look kind of doofy in this version. Like, you know, a well-off noble that, you know, doesn't care about the peasantry sort of thing. Whereas in the remake, they kind of just look like evil bastards and, like, blood dripping from their mouths and, I don't know, boils all over them just to really hammer home how, you know, I guess how disgusting their life has made, their rich life has made them. My cat was doing that a minute ago. Nice. But how much more goofy cats are compared to dogs? Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, they can be. I mean, dogs are pretty goofy, too. Oh, no, a fire lizard. Because my dog just randomly squirms out of nowhere multiple times a day. Yep. My cat does that too. He just like... My cat will get into like anything. He likes to open cupboards. Like I have... Like certain cupboards I have to have zip-tied shut. Or yeah, zip-tied shut. So like he can't get in there. But other ones he just like opens up and crawls in and does whatever he wants. And the one that has like his bag of treats in it, he always tries to open, so that one's zip-tied shut, so he can't get in there, and because otherwise he'll just grab the bag of treats whenever he pleases, and he's a little stinker, but I love him. Always whenever my cat sits on my lap and I want to stand, she literally gets pissed. Yeah, my cat doesn't like that either. He's just like, what are you doing? Why are you getting up, human? I thought we were cuddling. I was like, I have to pee. Or, I have to do, you know, go answer the door because the mailman's there or something like that. That rarely happens. I don't know why I said that. I'm fucked. Why did I do this? I knew this was a trap, and I did it anyway. I was just going to say, this is a trap, and then I went in there. What the hell? Yeah, I hated the art direction change. They just looked diseased. Yes. Okay, hate is a strong word. More like strongly disagreed with the art direction. That's how I feel about the remake. Yes. Strongly disagree with the art direction. I have 2 cats. One is 14 and one is 8. And Dad has a cockatiel who has the biggest attitude I've ever seen in an animal. She bosses the cats around and eats their food. Younger cat. Cat has swiped her, though. Nice. Discount Iblis Biters BOP. Nice. Oh no, it's the Iblis trigger. I kind of completely forgot Iblis was a thing until this very moment. Shows how often I go back to Sonic 06. Oh wait, I haven't. Oh right, dogs. I can't rush in here. There's dogs. Fuck. I'm gonna lose all those souls now because I'm going too fast. This guy's blocking the door. Why did I do this? I'm gonna lose all those souls. Yep. It's no use! Exactly! I kind of messed up because I forgot there were doggos. Oh well. Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about earlier in the stream, where I'm like, oh, this is like the easiest game in the series, but it's also kind of punishing at the same time. Ow. It's like, if you take things like slow and methodically, you're usually pretty good in this game, but try to run past stuff and you get messed up. Oh, I know, that one silver fight in Sonic 06 haunts my nightmares. It's no use. It's no use. Take this. I just remember, like, playing that part as a teenager with my jaw hanging open, like, what in the fuck is this shit? Like, how could they make something so broken? Damn it. Ah. I don't even know why I'm going that way. I don't need to go that way. I need to go this way. I still can't wait for Project 06 to finish. Me either. I'm interested to... Yeah. I don't want to check it out until it's 100% done. Or they drop the project, but it seems like it's got a lot of people behind it, so I don't think they're gonna... I think that one's actually gonna be finished. I think it'll be a pretty decent game after it's done, but... They have overhauled a lot from the last update I watched, and... You know, actually, like, adding like, the grading system from Sonic Adventure 2, so there's actually a reason to, like, stay and fight and chain attacks together. Like, that's something that the original game desperately needed. So, very good change. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for... Sonic and I'm kind of walking Sonic Encyclopedia. I have a problem. That's all right. I didn't buy the Encyclopedia Spedia. Oh, Encyclopedic Spedia. That was recently released because I am the Encyclopedia Spedia. Is that a thing? I never heard of that. That's amazing. I might have opened some old wounds. My bad. Oh, that's all right. Alright, I'm not going that way again. I learned my lesson. I do need to go over here and get the shortcut activated, so... Just keep stabbing, just keep stabbing. I drew an animated Silver as Jack from Final Fantasy Strangers in Paradise once. I don't know what I was thinking. Chaos, it's no use. Oh, right, that was a thing. I forgot about that game. I never played it, but I watched Donkey's video on it. That's how I'm familiar. Ah, crap, can't post links here. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. YouTube assumes that if you're posting a link here, you're a spammer, so... Nope, can't do that. Oh, goodness, autocorrect. Encyclopedia. Okay, that makes more sense. Encyclopedia. I have never heard of that. That's pretty great, though. I should get that because I am not a walking Sonic encyclopedia. But I guess I don't really want to be either because I really only have a fondness for... Jesus, that's a lot of Hearthstone. I need that. I really only have a fondness for like 5 games in the series and the characters. I mean, I think everybody can agree, whether you like the games or not, that the Sonic characters are what makes the games, or what makes Sonic enjoyable. There's some really good character designs in the Sonic universe. And Sonic's among the boringest ones of them. Like, Tails is a way more interesting character design, in my opinion. I'm currently working on a Sonic adventure artwork. Man, I miss doing line variety because I sketched more than I did line art. Ooh, nice. Yeah, okay. I've been considering, no promises, I've been considering the Discord thing again. Because as I've said before, I'm not really a Discord user, but you guys keep talking about cool stuff that I want to see, like, you know, Fungi Arts' like Sonic Adventure artwork, or somebody posted something else that they're working on. Oh yeah, and Sundar said something about that one artwork he did from that one Final Fantasy game that nobody played. It would be nice to have like a place to post stuff like that, for you guys to post stuff like that, so I could see it and other people in the community could see it, and you can't really do that on YouTube. And I might just have to put up with Discord because I don't know, I feel like we're missing out on stuff. And also Tanish had like the whole Sesame Streets of Rage thing that would have been so much easier to like get people on board with if we had like a Discord. I don't know, what do you guys think? No promises. I'd have to like set it up in a way that like people wouldn't expect me to be on it all the time, like the last Discord I had, because that was something that was wearing on me, was like people are like, why are you ever on the Discord? And it was kind of my fault because I never fully explained why I wasn't on it. But yeah. Oh yeah, now I gotta go down here again. Being on the autism spectrum and having ADHD, I tend to get very invested in special interests, and Sonic has been my main special interest since I was 6. I'm 24 in 3 weeks. Nice. Yeah, I am not on the spectrum, but I'm a dabbler myself. I kind of like, I'm the opposite. I don't get hyper invested into stuff, and I have always envied people that do. So my life partner Ryan, we've always wondered if he might be on the spectrum, because he's kind of like that. He gets hyper focused on certain things. Horses are like his thing. Like, he's got a couple horses at a nearby ranch, and you know, he's, you know, like, horsemanship is like his like primary focus and passion in life. And then like he'll get like into like certain things, and for like a few months he'll be like so into something, it'll be like, you know, all consuming, and then he'll like reach the bottom of whatever he's doing, and he'll just like, yeah, I've had my fill of it. And I've always envied that ability in certain people, because I feel like I'm so scatterbrained that I can't focus on one thing for more than a few hours at a time. Or, oh god, look at all these. Oh right, the rocks, Jesus. So I definitely feel you on the, with the exception of video games. Like, video games have consistently, video games as a medium, I should say, not any specific video game, but video games as a medium have consistently been, for my entire life, the one thing that I cannot seem to get enough of. It's always been my number one hobby, my number one passion, the thing I've, wanted to spend my time doing and talking about and exploring. I didn't want to go there. But that's my only thing, is like video games, criticism, talking about them as art. I love that shit. And that's kind of another reason I was considering the Discord again, because there's not really... YouTube comments are great, but I mean, like Aiden and I, we had a a 4-day conversation in one chat this week about the Steam Deck, or one little comment thread. That would have been so much easier to have if we had a Discord instead of just like, here's a comment, here's another comment, here's another comment. So I think I just need to like bite the bullet and open up and stop being such an old man about Discord, maybe. Mr. Stranger Pal, what's up? How are bro? I am bro. Hi there. Video games is one of my favorite hobbies too. Nice, I'm glad. Video games are amazing. Oh, we got a rock being thrown. Oh god. Stabby. Stabby. Backing up to eat some grass. Stabby. Stabby. I used to think I had Asperger's because I was socially stunted as a kid and I'd hyperfixate on things. That's not really the case anymore. Being social is a skill to be honed and developed. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not like, it's not like being on the spectrum means you're never going to have social skills or anything like that. That's why it's called the spectrum, because, some people have lack of social skills, but then others don't, and, I have wondered that about myself for, like, the social skills thing. It hasn't been a problem in recent years, but definitely when I was younger, like, I was super shy and didn't want to talk to people, and, like, the idea of talking to somebody on the phone was, like, I don't know, like a nightmare for me. Like, just, I'd be scared shitless if I had to call a stranger. And even, like, family and friends. Like, if I had to call, like, somebody I hadn't talked to in a while, even if it was somebody that I was, like, really close friends with, I would be nervous as fuck until I, like, actually called them. Okay, slashing works better than stabbing for these guys, because every time I stab, I get burned. Eat some more grass. I'm getting killed by the little Iblis dudes. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Let's go eat some more grass. I may or may not be autistic, but no matter what, I truly don't care somehow. Nice. That's the proper way to be. I just want to swear at the community, but YouTube won't let me. Yes. I know. YouTube is like... I'm dead. I just died. Son of a bitch. At least I got the shortcut, so it wasn't too bad. I'm still scared about phone calls, but only if it's strangers. Nice. It can be good to hyper-focus, but in my case, having Sonic as my special interest, and I guess gaming in general, led to a lot of bullying in school. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. I wouldn't say I ever really got bullied for, like, my interest in games, but I was definitely made me a bit of a social outcast as a kid. I was pretty lucky. I didn't get bullied too much as a kid. At least nothing major. People are dicks. People are always dicks, regardless of what age you are, but... Oh, you know what? There's an item here I missed. Should grab that. Shard of Clearstone. There we go. But yeah, I grew up out in the country in a small school and all that stuff. And as I've said before, I was like the only one that had a Sega Genesis, which automatically made me the rebel in the community. Not really. But I don't know, everybody, it was pretty common for kids my age to have game consoles, but nobody was ever, at least not until I met Ryan, and when we were like in elementary school, like nobody was ever into video games like I was into video games. And then Ryan's kind of, I don't want to say grown out of video games, because that makes it sound like video games are like for kids, but he's not as into video games as he was when he was younger. You know, he has other interests and other hobbies now, but my love of video games seems to grow the older I get. And I'm okay with that. I get bullied in my teenage, or I got bullied in my teenage years, but not a lot. And not for being a gamer, though. Yeah, for me it was mostly, you know, because I wasn't dating at the proper time when kids are supposed to be dating. Therefore, I was labeled as gay, that sort of thing. Which, ironically, I am in a dedicated partnership with another man, but we're not really gay. But I could see from an outside perspective it could look that way, so it's not really a big deal. Oh shit, I'm out of half moon grass. Now I just gotta keep chugging the little bitty grass now. Before you consider this Discord thing, I think we have to establish some rules. Drama could be created out of nowhere, so I think this might be an important thing to do. Yes, absolutely. Well, and that's the thing. So if I were to do a Discord, I'm glad we're talking about this, because it's been on my mind on and off for a while now. If we do a Discord, I would need some moderators, because, as I said, I probably wouldn't be there. I'm sure if I asked my friend Matt, who has his own, like, decent-sized Discord community, I'm sure he'd be down to be a moderator. I'd probably like 2 or 3 moderators, just for that reason. But yeah, I'm not so concerned about drama and stuff, because we got a pretty good small community here, and that's the other key word, small. But someday I would, you know, hopefully it'll grow. I would like, you know, my channel to continue growing, so, which will bring other people. But yeah, I don't know, it's something I've considered, but mostly, I don't know, mostly for you guys, because, like, I'm probably not going to use Discord personally. It's not really my cup of tea. It's something I'll check in on once in a while and pop in, but I won't be an active member. I'm not one of those people, I don't know how common this is anymore, but I know when Discord, like, first started, it was like, you were on Discord when you were playing games, sort of thing. Like, you turned on your game for the day, and you had, oh god, there's a dog, fuck. Shit. It's like you turned on your game for the day, and then, like, you know, you had your Discord run while you were gaming, and, you know, with the exception of these live streams, I don't want to talk to people when I'm gaming. That's my me time. There we go, doggos. I think I saw another doggo. Oh god, more lizards. This spot kind of sucks. Being socially awkward and not acting like a quote-unquote normal person was more the problem, but liking Sonic as much as I did in the 2000s and early 2010s didn't help at all. I could see that. I still liked Sonic and Pokemon in high school, and I wouldn't say it got me bullied or anything, but it definitely caused some raised eyebrows when, you know... Oh, God, those frickin'... Are you guys weak to fire? Here's a firebomb. Nope, they are 100% immune to fire. Okay, cool. Definitely got some raised eyebrows when people are like, oh, hey, what are you playing? Pokemon. Oh, aren't you like 15? Isn't that for kids? Which is funny because nowadays, like, everybody, regardless of age, loves Pokemon. But when I was a teenager, it was like, oh, that's a kid's game. You can't be playing that unless you're a little baby, a little baby man. Little baby man. Just run past the salamanders. There are doggos on the other side, though. I think I killed some of the doggos. I killed 2 doggos. I think I saw a 3rd one. Might have imagined that, though. Oh, yep, there he is. Dog, go, die. There we go. I still haven't dated anyone because I don't want to be that guy that has no money. Fair. I just realized when I got older that that's not my thing. That I am not I'm not a relationship person beyond what I have with Ryan, which is more like a very close friendship. That's about it. And we share our life together. But like the traditional, like, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend, that sort of thing, husband, wife, no, that ain't me. That's never been me. And when I was younger, I thought that was a bad thing. Like, I was weird, but now I don't give a fuck. And I think it sucks that... I think a lot more people are like that than society is willing to admit. Because, I don't know how. It seems like, you know... It almost seems like people are pressured into, like, pairing up. Like, oh, you have to have, like, a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or you have to get married someday, regardless of what your religious beliefs are, or, you know, anything like that, even though traditionally marriage has always been, like, for political reasons. It's only been, like, for quote-unquote love reasons on the last, like, 100 years. But marriage is sacred, and it's all about pair bonding and stuff, and even though historically humans have always been, like, communal and stuff like that. Getting into human evolution here and stuff like that. Let's see. I am not a good fit for moderating, but I also have a couple of people here in mind who had Discord here. Yeah, that's the other thing. That's another reason I would want some moderators, because I don't feel like I'd be a good moderator myself. That was one of the reasons I feel like my last Discord failed. But the main reason was because I didn't make it. A fan made it and then made me like the admin of the thing, which was a nice gesture, but I don't know. It was this weird thing where we had, you know, he had partial control and I had partial control, but it was my community at the end of the day, and it was just a weird thing, and I had to close it down. And like I said, I had people like, you know, I wouldn't be on Discord for like 3 or 4 days, and people would be like, how come you're on Discord? And I'm like, it's only been like 3 days, my dude. Or something like that. I was kind of the popular kid in school. Oh, good for you, Sundar. No, I'm kidding. Good for you, seriously. I was kind of the popular kid in school, but mainly for my looks. I was the prom king for some odd reason, but I never felt like the kid who was part of that thing. Never dated until past college, too. It was a weird time growing up, which makes me realize, in later life how much identity is important. I'm married now, but it took a long time to find myself and who I am in another person's life. Lots of failed relationships. Yeah, and that's another thing, is I feel like another misconception about the whole relationship thing is that if you don't get it right the first couple of times, then there's something wrong with you, sort of thing. When from an outside perspective, someone like me who doesn't, you know, who doesn't really have an interest in that sort of thing, it seems to me that the far more common and the better idea is just to keep dating a bunch of people, because you're gonna have to have a bunch of failed relationships in order to find the right person for you, if you genuinely believe that there is a right person for you. So, but society's like, you know, if you have a whole bunch of failed relationships, then, you know, there's something wrong with you. And maybe there's not something wrong with you. Maybe you're just like, you know, incompatible with other perfectly rational people. And maybe there's nothing wrong with them either. It could be. Two good people can get together and make, you know, make bad things happen. It happens all the time. Is there I thought there was an item over here or something. Oh, God. It's about time to end the stream anyway. I got that shortcut open, so... Oh, right, and I drained... I think there was lava here before or something like that. I forget. A Muslim and my religious beliefs prevent us from getting into a romantic relationship. I've always wondered. I had a couple Muslim friends in college, and they both, yeah, they had the same exact thing. Was like, you know, getting into romantic relationships was a no-go. It was like, in one of their cases, it was their parents set them up with somebody else that they barely knew. In the other case, it was more I forget why they married somebody. One of them was like somebody that was from Pakistan, and his parents like set him up so like when he was done with college, he was going to go back to Pakistan and actually get married to this woman that he had only met like once, because that's how it was. And then this other one was more like Western Muslim. He was grew up in America, so it wasn't so much. It was somebody that he had a fondness for, but he still had to have, you know, like her parents' permission and his parents' permission, sort of thing. So, yeah, and that's the thing. That's how it's been for most of human history. That, you know, in Western society, the Muslim religious beliefs is considered strange for like marriage, but that's how it was for most of human history. It's only been like the last 100 years or so in like, you know, countries that were formerly British territories from the British Empire that have this concept of you marry for love, and you marry mostly it was like to join two houses together. It's only very recently that marriage has been for anything but that. So I always laugh when like Christians in the US like say marriage is sacred and blah blah blah. I'm like, is it sacred? Because it's always kind of been a political thing, if we're being honest with each other. So, yeah. Oh, hello, sister. You're always popular to me, brother. Oh, thank you. Ain't that the truth? Gotta kiss a few toads. We both know I have. Oh, yeah. You're out there playing the big game for both of us, sis. I appreciate you. I should probably, oh, I think we can... Is the armored spider like right up here, or I forget what's coming next? It's not necessarily about hanky-panky, but more a genuine connection with someone who cares for you, for who you are, not for shallow things like money or status. It's why I don't give myself away ASAP. Good for you. That's what Ryan and I have. A strong connection, accepting each other, being there for each other. No hanky-panky. Don't need it. Don't even need it. All right, this goes to the armored spider. I think we're going to beat the armored spider before we call the stream. We made pretty good progress today. Dang. Stream ending soon, eh? Yeah, in about 5 minutes. I'm going to turn the stream off here. Got to go run a few errands anyway. I want to try work on restarting my games critique video. Well, good luck with that, dude. Making one on Sonic Riders to start with, because I've been working on 100%ing it. If I remember correctly, that game's a pain in the ass to 100%, right? Okay, let's eat some grass. I'm going to... I got some... there's some half-moon grass. I'm going to want that. Do I have any other grass? Full moon grass. Let's put that in there just in case. Yes, the armored spider is right ahead. Woo! Don't leave my message out. Love. What the fuck? Lug buggers. What? I can't read that. My crushes were so disappointing that I just gave up and realized a relationship can only probably develop if I start with a friendship first. Yeah, there you go. Just to be clear, I'm not happy with what I have right now. Keep trying, Tanish. Or make money so you don't have to be that broke guy. I don't know the solution to your problem. I'm not a relationship expert if this stream hasn't established that. Yeah, I never stood by people basically shun people for divorce. I mean, if it didn't work out, then it didn't work. Yeah, right? I know. That's a thing. All right, let's see if we can beat this armored spider before we end the stream here. Off to a great start. Okay. This is one of those... Ow. Just gonna say, this is one of those bosses that's a pushover if you're a magic build, but kind of a pain in the ass if you're a melee build. What the hell? My roll didn't register. Eat some grass. And now I'm got spider silk all over me, so there we go. I'm probably gonna die. Because, oh, okay, that's a thing. That's gonna hurt. Oh, I thought I was outside the blast radius. Shit. I'm gonna die. Yep, there it is. Well, let's call that a day. I tried. I forgot what the method to fight that thing is. That one's always been janky as hell. That boss is a good metaphor for how it feels when you see a spider in your bathroom late at night. Nice. Actually, I love the music for Armored Spider 2. Pizzicato Spuder. All the music's good in this game. I quite like it. Boo and I watched most of the stream, but I was coloring their... Oh, Boo and I watched most of the stream, but I was coloring their hair. They were laughing at me talking back to you IRL, but not commenting. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed. It's not easy, put it that way, but I recently got the GameCube version, which cost me $80 frickin', so getting my money's worth. Actually, almost done. Got all 4 hidden gears last night. I forgot about that. I don't think I ever 100%ed that game, because I remember it being tedious. Yeah, you should. Yeah, I hope you finish your critique. Send me a link when you get it done. I'd be interested in seeing what you think, because I've only ever heard bad things about that game, but I remember really liking it when it came out. It's not like a great game, but as far as racing games go, I thought it was pretty good. Never played the sequels. Sequels? There's like the Connect one, and then there's, which is Free Riders, and then there's a direct sequel. I forget. The solution for me is to find a job, but I've been trying for months and there have been so many supermarket rejections. I mean, so many, I'm losing morale. Dang. Which is the opposite problem, because you're from Australia too, right, Tanish? Which is the opposite problem that we have in the US, which is there's jobs everywhere, but not enough people to fill them. So yeah, I can feel that. That's kind of always been the thing here in the US, is there's always been more jobs than there have been people to fill them, or, you know, the requirements to get a certain job are too high or something like that, which is kind of why I always laugh when politicians say something about, you know, we need to create more jobs, or we're creating 20,000 jobs. It's like, we have plenty of jobs. We just don't pay people well enough to make those jobs worthwhile. Yeah. Is platformers your favorite genre of games? No. I would say, probably action RPG or Metroidvania, I guess. Yeah, would be my favorite. I was just gonna say, oh, there we go. What's your favorite franchise? The Souls series. I'm calling it a franchise. Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, and Elden Ring. By far my favorite games. Not even close. There's nothing that even comes close to those. But there's, yeah. That's my favorite franchise by far, which is kind of why I wanted to play some Demon Souls today. And I had a blast, by the way. What do you guys think? Should we play again next week? I kind of want to play again next week, because I love me some Demon Souls. I hope you guys had fun with the Demon Souls stream today, because I sure did. It was a nice change of pace from the retro game hopping, which is fun, but I feel like we should do like more deep dives into certain games, which is kind of why I chose Demon Souls, because that's something that I can play that's also interesting to watch, and also something I can tune out to and, you know, keep an eye on the chat for. Crash Bandicoot was my favorite franchise, but it got repetitive. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I've only played the first 2 Crash Bandicoot games, and I kind of had my fill after 2, to be honest. I like Spyro a lot more. It's not sales time yet, so most shops aren't desperate yet to hire anyone. That's a foreign concept there in America. Is like people are always desperate to hire people. Here in the US, it seems. Oh, Zero Gravity. That was the other one I was trying to think of for Wii and PS2. It was okay, but not as good. Free Riders for Connect. Yeah, I didn't even go there. Where in Straya are you at? Tanish, Melbourne. Is that how you pronounce Melbourne? I don't actually know. I've heard people say that's not how you pronounce it, but that I've never actually heard how to pronounce it. Is it Melbourne? Metroidvanias are fun too. They're pretty challenging. We can do Demon Souls again next week. Why not? Yeah, Demon Souls is retro now. It's 11 years old, baby. Woo! Yeah, we're going to play Demon Souls again next week because I had a blast today. I want to play some more, and I like these deep dives. How about Hollow Knight? I would like to play Hollow Knight on stream, but I haven't finished it myself personally. And that's one of those games I would like to experience by myself before playing it on stream. So probably not anytime soon, but someday. Someday I would like to play Hollow Knight on stream. So yeah. All right, we're playing Demon Souls. It's pretty much unanimous. Woo! All right. Thank you all for the wonderful afternoon of playing some Demon Souls and hanging out. Had some great, Melbourne? Melbourne. That's how you pronounce it the Australian way. Ah, Melbourne. Gotcha. I think it's 14 years old now. No, it can't. Oh, shit. Is it 14? It came out in 2009, so Jesus Christ, it is 14 years old. Oh, my God. Oh, I was thinking Dark Souls. Yeah, Dark Souls came out in 2011. So it'd be 12 years old. Jesus Christ, these games are old. Your second pronunciation was better. Don't pronounce Melbourne Melbourne. Okay, Melbourne. Don't pronounce it the first way ever again. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.